everybody, welcome all to Jewellery Maker. Oh, it's Sunday. It's really, really lovely to be with you today. It truly is. Good on you for being up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Well done to all of you. Dion's just gone, innit? Because I'll be honest, Dion's not normally up for this first hour, are you, my love? And she knows why, she says. Bless her. It's so lovely for you all to be with us at this time. Honestly, the early bird catches the worm is absolutely right for today, I tell you that. Honestly, we've got clearance. It is our final day of clearance. This clearance not to be repeated, not to be seen again in the foreseeable future. So do come on in and get your hands on this gorgeous clearance opportunity whilst you have the opportunity to do so. I am joined today by a guest designer who I am absolutely in awe of her pieces today and always, actually. You may well know her as the lady of the chainmail. You also may know her as best voted, most popular DVD of the year. It's the gorgeous Fleur Hastings. Hello.
You're right.
Hello, Fleur. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Can you please tell me how you felt when you found out regarding your win at our Jewellery Maker Awards?
I screeched really loudly to the point where my mum and my husband ran in and thought I'd chopped my finger off.
Oh,
when I was making some jewellery.
Okay, so you were using a saw, weren't you?
I was using a saw, yes, yeah, and they thought that I'd hurt myself. But no, it was amazing, and I want to just thank everybody yet again. It's just made my year.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic. So you just started, so that's a good start, isn't it? Yeah. It's lovely to have you all on board with us today, and you're going to be so pleased you have, because genuinely, both of your kits quite different today.
Yeah, really different. So one's got a little bit of a mixed media feel to it, and the next one is just pure luxury high-end.
It really is, isn't it? Yeah. The techniques we're going to be using today kind of follow on from each other, don't they?
Yeah, they do. So we're going to do a European 4-in-1 in the first kit and a Byzantine, and then we're going to do a European 6-in-1 but into triangles for the second kit. So yeah, it sort of follows on nicely.
So there's a little bit of something for every level today. If you've never tried chainmail before, you're in the right place, you really are. Now, as I said, clearance is continuing today, but I have got some very, very special gemstones for you. And this is some brand new treats that I have for you here today. There's 250 pieces of jump rings, and actually these jump rings look to be the same that you have in your kit, actually. Very similar, very similar. So you'd be able to do a gorgeous design with these ones. These are twisted and simple open jump rings that we have here for you today. Brand spanking new collection, never ever been seen before. You get them in a variety of sizes, as you can see here. And actually, you have done a design very similar using these ones, essentially, a bit different, on that bracelet there, and on the other pieces, haven't you?
Yeah, the one that I can't remember how I made it.
Well, I wasn't going to let you know that.
I've made a bracelet and I really can't remember how I did it, and I've just tried to make it again, and I can't remember how I weaved the leather inside and out, so yeah.
I wasn't going to mention that you'd forgotten, but all right. So we've got those ones coming up for you shortly. I've also got some blue sapphire. Now, where did that go? Is it here? No, I've not got it. We'll get it though. Brand new strand. I've just been showing you this as well. We have got a sapphire that's actually been in your weekly email, and the sapphire that I've got coming up for you is very, very special indeed. There's just so many treats today, really, isn't there?
Yeah. This to me is my favourite treat.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in love with this. This is the one that's been in your weekly email, that gorgeous sapphire. That'll be coming up for you later on in the show as well. And I have so many more treats. I mean, look at this one. Oh my gosh. This is there's some serious treats in this collection I have for you today. Stunning cinnamon zircon I've got here for you, ladies and gentlemen, as well as many, many, many other treats. I really have just got, obviously I've got the clearance as well though, and we are going out with a bang today. So we want to get through as much as we possibly can. So all we need to do is basically see what we like, check it out, and get on to ordering it. I've got for you to start off some jump rings. These are our 9mm 925 jump rings. Now, 925 jump rings. Why are they great to have, please, Fleur?
Because they make your chainmail pieces, or the pieces that you're using them in, high end, really high end, because you've got that precious metal. This size is beautiful. Even if you don't want to do chainmail, just to have one on a chain or on your earrings, just to have your earrings face the correct way, because sometimes earrings face the wrong way. They face flat onto your head rather than front on.
Yeah.
So these are just brilliant for all jewellery mediums, but perfect for chainmail because they are chainmail quality.
I just think they're phenomenal, aren't they? So pretty indeed. So pretty. I've got 3 sets of these here for you today. And you've got just 20 of these it is in total. They're going to give you a really gorgeous look to your pieces. We're going to get your price point in on these. Your price point today, sterling silver, just £4.95. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is 3.20 grams worth of your precious metal in here. It's going to give you such a gorgeous look, such a beautiful design. And again, you might not be into your chainmail yet. You might not have tried out the chainmail yet. Don't worry about it. These ones can be used for your mechanisms, as Fleur so rightly said. These ones can be used for all of the extra additional pieces that you need to create yourself. Good morning to all of you coming in. Now, the clearance I've got coming up for you today is again loop-de-loop and around the bend. And just to let you know, with the clearance pieces that I've got, I mean, this is basically clearance, isn't it? But the clearance deals I've got for you today, ladies and gentlemen, are again silly. And one thing I would say is do not get used to the price we're seeing here. We've got a shipment coming in. Well, we had a delivery on the 4th, and then we've got a big shipment coming in on the Monday, tomorrow. Got a big shipment coming in on Monday, and 7 parts, 7 deliveries in that section. And basically, we need to clear out space for those for that order to come in, because otherwise we're going to have to pay someone else for storage. So, although we are losing money on a lot of the deals we're going to see today, the money that we're losing on them is going to be lesser than the money we spend on storage for someone else to store it for us. So that's why we're doing this clearance. That's why today will be the last day of its kind, because you know, I've got that 7-part delivery coming in on Monday, well, tomorrow. So do treat yourself to these ones whilst you can. I've got people buying 2, 3, 6, 3, 3, 2. Oh, there's other people buying 1 as well, but there's loads of you coming in for that. Which box did you want me to show, Pops? Oh, your Morganite. Now, I've got to say that the kind of saturation on this is really intense. The saturation on it is really intense. Genuine, real deal rounds, which we hardly ever see, of Morganite. These are 6mm as well, so they're going to go amazing with the likes of chainmail, because there's lots of different designs you can do for a size like 6mm, isn't there?
Yeah, these are the perfect size for chainmail because they fit beautifully within your Byzantine. You can do your encapsulated bead weaves with them as well. Lots you can do with this.
So there's loads you could do with these, and how about pairing them with sterling silver that's on your screen right now to really get that optimum look? What time did you say, sorry, my love? This one coming up for you about 10 o'clock-ish. We'll ish on it, ish. So if you do want to get your hands on this, just stay tuned. We've got loads of deals and offers coming up for you today. And like I say, final day of clearance. More of you coming in now. We're all waking up at different times, aren't we? Good morning to everybody. Okay. I've got some silver-plated wire now for you, and this is the patterned wire. Now, patterned wire is one of those, well done to everyone, by the way, who got these. The patterned wire is something relatively new to us, and the lovely thing about it is it has such an interesting texture upon it. Now, I know you work with the likes of textured jump rings, don't you?
Yeah.
What do you like about texture in wire?
Because with the texture, it catches the lights in different areas and it glints like it's been diamond cut almost. It just gives a real nice different look to your pieces as well. So I know Claire's used this, and Alice and Sammy have used the textured wire, and it just gives like a 3D dimension to your pieces. So instead of it just being a nice high shine, it's got that different look about it as well. And I don't know what gauge this one is.
1mm this one.
Also, you could make your own jump rings out of this one as well.
You absolutely can. You absolutely can. Oh, sorry, yeah. I keep finding bits of pen on my hand. So my adult colouring books again. Adult colouring books. You know what? Really sad. I fell asleep last night in the middle of Celebrity Big Brother. It can get sadder. And yeah, woke up. sort of whatever time in the evening, with my colouring book open and just a pen in my hand, like, Really? Do you know what? If you can't do that on a Saturday, when can you? Gosh. Anyway, this is genuine silver plated, and so that means you've got copper at the core of it, but then you've got the silver plate over the top. You've got that gorgeous texture, which really can't be achieved that easily with the likes of a hammer, because it is so defined, it is so organised, it is so even and equal. 10 metres worth of this today. Your price point is not $24.95. We are taking this down in price for you. Price drop on this wonderful wire, just £14.95. I've never seen myself, I don't think, this wire go that low before. That is an absolutely epic price. No, apparently that is your lowest ever price point. We've never, ever, ever done it at that price point before. What do you think of that price for all of this, please?
That's an amazing price, because if you did want to do your chainmail with your textured jump rings, you can make your clasps at the same material as well. So you've got a beautiful seamless piece that goes all the way through, and I've never seen it that price.
No.
Ever.
No,
it's always been £20 plus.
Yeah, that price, lowest ever price point we've got on this for you today. So not surprised that plenty of you are coming in for this. Oh, it's so nice to have you on board with us today. It really, really is. It is our final morning of clearance here today at JewelleryMaker. So maybe you've just flicked on and you haven't got a clue who we are. If you have, hello everyone, my name's Becky. It's really nice to meet you. Just to let you all know, if you want to get in touch, do feel free. You can feel free to text us in 60777, start your text to a JM Studio, or get in touch at JewelleryMaker.com as well. Good morning, Becky and Fleur. Can I ask Fleur, what is the best gauge of wire to make your own jump rings of various sizes? Good question, Sue.
1mm is the best size that you can buy to make all your jump rings, because it's easy to work out the inner diameter and outer diameter so much easier, which falls in line perfectly with our jump rings that we sell here as well. But I always go for 1mm. You can go 1.25 and 1.5. They're a little bit more difficult to cut. I don't tend to do 0.8 because you can only do a very small size because it's not got any structure.
Yeah.
1mm is perfect, and I'd love to make some jump rings from this because I think they'd look amazing.
They're going to look special, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They would look really beautiful.
So, great question there, Sue. So perfect for making the likes of your jump rings with, and then it's going to add a little bit of difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even if you can only do one weave in chainmail, and imagine doing it with this.
Yeah.
Look.
That's it. If you only ever learn one weave and do it in different sizes of jump rings, but in different wire types, so like the pattern wire and the twisted wires and our beautiful plain wires, it's all going to look completely different, and great to mix it all together as well.
Yeah. Completely. Love that idea. Well done to everyone who's got this lowest ever price point. So if you've never tried it before, now's your opportunity. All you have to do is call us on 0800 644 655 and press option number 1. You'll get through to our call centre, and they're only a few doors down the road. They're really lovely. So do feel free to get in touch with them. Oh, I love this one I'm about to show you. I wasn't 100% sure we were going to get to do this one today, but we're going to do it as a star bind. I'm so over the moon. As you know, I have done my GIA, Gemological Institute exams and everything else like that, and we take part in regular training every sort of few weeks. And I've got to say, there is one strand in here in particular that has captured my imagination so much, because actually we did a GIA module, let's say, on incredibly unusual and rare gemstones, and this came out as one of them. I'm absolutely over the moon that we've been able to get this, in particular due to the quality. Green apatite. That is absolutely phenomenal, isn't it? That is so rich and intense, isn't it? That's coming up for you along with its friend Peridot and Emerald. And I'm going to be taking it to a clearance price tag. You have the opportunity today, genuinely, to get your hands on one of the most revered collections of gemstones that we've had. And I will be completely and absolutely honest with you. From the research I've done via the GIA and from my own back, the green apatite we've got The price point you're looking at paying for this entire kit is genuinely absolutely astonishing. I'm going to be taking that trio, bearing in mind it's amazing quality peridot, absolutely stunning, intense emerald, and that amazing green apatite, and I guarantee you I will be going under £50 for the 3. And I shouldn't be. I definitely shouldn't be, but I'm gonna. That's coming up for you about 10:30, okay? So you've got to stay tuned for that. Right, I'm gonna bring to you now, if I may, you were just talking about these ones. You own pretty much every single one of these, don't you?
I do. I love them. I just think they're the most brilliant strands ever. There's something for everybody on that strand, whatever medium you work in.
And why is this such a versatile strand then?
Because the middle ones that you've got there, they're perfect pendant sizes, so you can wire wrap them, you can cage them in wire, you can sort of like pop them into your resin as well. I've set one into a resin cabochon and set one into the middle. Looks amazing in resin.
Gorgeous.
And then you've got different sizes, so you've got necklaces, so you could do a rosary style necklace with the next set sort of like sections, bracelets and earrings. There's so much on these strands.
Because you're going from super duper dainty at the end there, around about an 11 by 7, to an absolute whopper 28 by 17. You've got something for everyone here, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've got all the sizes. You've got baby bear, mummy bear, and daddy bear on this strand, haven't you?
Yeah, you have.
You really have.
You have. I just love them.
I think they're fantastic. I really do. You're getting a mammoth amount as well. Have you seen how much you're getting? A meter's worth, which is absolutely a mammoth amount. And there are spaces in between, but that's just to protect them. And they're only minimal, aren't they?
They're tiny little spaces. They're not the big spaces at all. And even if you took all the spaces out, I bet you'd still get like about 3/4 of a metre of actual gemstones themselves. But the purple one's one of my favourite ones. The purple and the green are one of my favourites. But I absolutely love these.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would just like to say to you that we are doing clearance today and we are going out with a bang. Now, the fact of the matter is, I'm about to do you a deal now just to get you in the mood, because for this first hour, we are going to have a demo. It's going to be nice and kind of gentle paced. Think of it like a leisurely stroll in the park, okay? And then, in a couple of hours, we're going to go from the park to the theme park on a roller coaster, of which you're going to have to hold on to your buckles, because honestly, it's going to be fast, furious deals that are going to shock you. I'm taking a leisurely stroll now, but I'm still going to get you just ready, in the mood, a little bit of a wake up. Think of this as your morning coffee strand, because the price point, we're walking through the park and we're just at the back of the queue now. So we can see everybody else, shocked already there in the future, but we're not there yet. This is going to be one of those strands to get you in the mood. Ladies and gentlemen, it should be around £20. That's what it's been. That's what its start price was. That's what it's been recently, because of course it's a meter's worth of genuine gemstones. It's got that gorgeous purple colour. You can see the quality of this, on the big pieces. You can see how you get that wonderful translation of colour. We're going to get you ready and raring to go. You ready for this? That, ladies and gentlemen, is better than staff cost. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a better price than what we purchased it at. What?
I paid more than
Yeah.
staff cost. I paid a lot more than that.
Yeah, absolutely. We paid more than that. We, ladies and gentlemen, paid more than that to buy this strand. We are losing money on this, ladies and gentlemen. When I say we're doing this big clearance, and it's not just, advertising of, oh, we've got a huge clearance on, let's take £1 off. No, it's ridiculous. We don't do that. We're completely transparent with you here at JewelleryMaker. We're a Jewellery Maker family, aren't we? You're part of the family. And we're always open and honest with each other. We paid more than this for this than you have, genuinely. We're actually paying you, in a sense, to take this off our hands. The reason we're going to do it is, the reason we're doing it, as I said again, and this is absolute honest, you know, truth, and then it's proven here with this strand, because we are making a loss on this. The fact of the matter is, we've got this massive order coming through tomorrow, and we're clearing out space in our warehouse for it, and essentially, although we're losing a few pounds on every strand of this we sell, and we're losing a bit of money on every single strand we sell, even though we're doing that, the amount of money we're losing on it is actually a lesser amount of money than the money we would have to pay to store all of this. So genuinely, you have got to just treat yourself to this whilst you have the opportunity to do so, because on this you're saving £11. Is that right? And I remember when we first got these strands in, and everyone went absolutely loopy for them, because you're getting 850 carats worth, a meter's worth equivalent, essentially, of genuine gemstones at £19.95, at under £20, but at £8.95 today. Do you know what? At that price point, you're absolutely right, Ollie. Even if you just get a glass bowl, stick these in the bottom, and have one of your nice candles in it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think how many rings are on there. How many, you know, if you were into making your rings, you know, you've got so many beautiful rings that are there, and earrings and bracelets and necklaces.
Yeah.
What? Oh, you're joking me. Oh. Going home.
I'm going home. I'm going home. That is silly.
£5.95.
That is at staff cost. You know, you will have paid essentially double that.
Yeah.
Well, over double that.
Over double
for
that.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
For one.
Yeah, yeah. I've got 8 strands at home.
8 strands at home. She's got 8 strands at home. She could have had double for the same price. Oh, I don't know why I'm laughing at you, Becky. Sorry.
If there's any left when I get home, I'm going to have 9 strands at home.
Yeah, you are. Yes, you are.
Gosh, I can't believe that. You paid that for the middle gemstone on that strand.
Yeah,
you know, if
for
you
that
saw
big
that
one.
in a crafty beady shop,
Yeah.
you'd pay that for just that one in the middle there.
Yeah.
I wonder why you were looking at me.
Amazing. Do you know what? I decorated a lampshade the other day. Gary, why are you laughing? Because your life is just so rock and roll. I know. Decorated a lampshade the other day. Did some paper feathers all over it. Yeah, obviously this was pre-colouring in. And I was just thinking, something like this in kind of, you know, a hung design around a frame, around a light bulb, the light shining through those would be amazing.
I've got a really cheap, like, what they called, chandelier-y type thing in Neve's bedroom. And this, if I took all those little plastic ones off, I could put these on there and it'd look amazing, wouldn't it? Yeah. Wow. They're just like, do you know like when you get sea glass and they've got those beautiful shapes and they're so smooth?
Yes.
They're just like that.
They are, aren't they? I absolutely love these. I want to get these and do that idea. Do it on a bit of monofilament and just hang them down around a light. Oh, yeah, good plan.
Or in a sun catcher in your window.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be beautiful.
Oh, that'd be really nice.
And purple is nearly everybody's favourite colour when they're coming to buy things as well. So if you are selling your jewellery and your you know, your crafty pieces, then purple's a really good seller.
Oh, I'm going to go home tonight and buy myself a strip light. I can't wait. £5.95 for you today. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, great. Can we go home now? I'm feeling really crafty.
Yeah.
Please, please. Okay, everyone, we're moving on to do the kit now. Still got a few of them left, so do feel free to get your hands on them whilst you have the opportunity. Now, this kit, I've got to say, is just so mixed medium, as you said. Is that daunting for you, or do you find that exciting?
I find it really exciting when I saw the leather strips. I went up to the office and Pip gave me this kit, and the first thing I said was, "It's got leather in it. It's got leather strips in it."
Yeah.
Because it just opens up more more design ideas.
Really does, doesn't it? Gives you the opportunity to just do as you will. I've got your leather strips in here, as you can see. They've got a lovely feel to them. They can be used in many different ways, of course, which we will talk about later on. But you do get a range of colours in here, and actually a range of textures as well. Really, really stunning look to each of these. Now, just to let you know the kind of info on them, they are 10 inches long. So I know that you made a bracelet and then had enough to make a pair of earrings.
Yep, so yeah, perfect like for that.
They're perfect for having, you know, the size of them is great. You've got in here the leather strips in the blue, the metallic grey, the, I'll give them my own colours, teal, off teal. Oh no, wait, if you turn it round, they're the same colour. Tealy teal, grey, silver. Those are the colours that you're getting today. So we've got all of those, and as you can see, they are actually, that's why I had it like this and I didn't realise. They're as nice on the back as they are on the front. This is the back, obviously it's a bit more mattified, and then on the front you've got that sheen. I really like those. Okay, so you've got those ones, and then going to be bringing you a load of jump rings. So these are the large jump rings that we have for you here today. Really nice twisted detail on those ones. 17 mil, if I'm right in saying, approximately on those ones. 18 mil, should I say. 20 pieces of those in total, and we'll be looking at exactly how to use these shortly. But they're wonderful just to create a chain with, as you have there, aren't they?
Yeah, they make a really beautiful chain.
And if you got that twisted wire that we had earlier on as a linking device, they'd be really pretty, I think. I've then got all these jump rings. Now, tell us about the size of jump rings we've got here.
So we've got 5 and we've got 6. So 5mm are brilliant. They're beautiful. They're the smallest jump rings that we sell that we can do chainmail with. They're fabulous for your weaves, like your... They're naughty, they jump around everywhere. They're fabulous for your weaves, like your European 4-in-1, your cross weave. If you like doing your Jen's pin linkage, which is a bit more of an advanced weave, perfect for that, because that's the only size you can do that weave in.
Yeah.
With the 6mm, your 6mm jump rings are your Byzantine jump rings. So all of the Byzantine variants, which there are about 30 or 40 different Byzantine variants in that weave. So once you've learned Byzantine, the 6mm is the most perfect one because it looks so nice and tight together. It's not all spread out. But also there's about, if I was to think about it, I could probably come up with about 100 weaves that you could do with 6mm.
Really?
Yeah, they're very, very versatile size, very versatile. You can do all your inverted round mail, your European 4-in-1, 6-in-1, 8-in-1. There's lots you can do with them. 2
loads then, couldn't you?
There is, and the 2 sizes together work really nicely together. If you wanted to do a combined weave of them both, some of the Japanese weaves, so on the Japanese lattice, you can do those absolutely beautifully with those 2 sizes. But again, they work really nicely with the large jump rings as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's as a kit, the jump rings that are in this kit are very, very versatile.
I think these are therefore very, very versatile indeed, aren't they? They really, really are. Sorry, there was a jump ring in here that just rolled out and I tried to get it up and it flipped up in the air and I don't know where it's gone now. So just to let you know, you will be getting a few hundred of these in total. I'll find that one for you in a bit. Good morning, Becky and Fleur. Can I ask Fleur? I'm reading the wrong one. Good morning, lovely ladies. Great show already, may I say. You both look radiant this morning. And so early too. Karen.
Oh, thank you.
That's good. The whole of my team's looking very radiant today. Look at Kerry.
Yeah.
Radiante. Ollie's looking radiate. Dion's looking radi-not, apparently. Oh, sleepy, sleepy. And Cass, are you awake and ready? Cass, glamorous through and through. Hello to Chantal. Morning, ladies. I've got a beaded lampshade, but with plastic beads. Think I might have to change to a gemstone instead now, love, from Chantal.
Got to send that to the Wall of Fame.
good idea.
I'd love to see that.
I would love to see that, please. I really would. Michelle, hello to you. Morning, lovely ladies. What a fab kit. I would use some of the leather with half Persian 3-in-1 to make a reversible bracelet.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea. Leather and chainmail are very versatile together. There's so many different weaves you could use it with.
Yeah.
And it's one of those kits that I could have taken it all apart and done about 2 or 3 different styles of jewellery. I just loved it.
It's fun to work with. The gemstones must just make this work even better.
Yeah, I mean, I am a Labradorite girl, but
you are.
that neon apatite is to die for.
That is phenomenal, isn't it?
It is the most amazing strand.
Oh my gosh. I've got for you here your strands of your apatite and your labradorite, as you can see, the quality of which is just bouncing around in front of you. I love how perfectly the colours go with the leather.
Yeah. Pips really, all Pips kits are amazing, but this kit I think it's one of those kits that you wouldn't take it apart and use it in separate things. You would use it all together.
You would use it together, wouldn't you?
Because it's so perfectly put together.
Now, I need to let everybody know I've now got 38 of these. Now, that is nowhere near enough at all, I'll be honest with you, because plenty of you have already checked out knowing we're going to do a great deal. It's also because, obviously, there's lots of pieces in this kit that we don't actually have a massive quantity of because we always sell out of them. So, I'm bringing you Aqua Aura today. Should be £15. Your price point is rolling down. £29.95 for you today. Now that genuinely is astonishing because the leather, I asked you about which leather it was, because if you remember our 10-inch leather strips that you can get, you know, one of, they are usually working out £12-ish each, aren't they? Each.
Yeah.
It's the different type of leather, but it is the long bands like this.
But it is still top quality leather as well.
It is still very top quality.
Because I've moulded it as well, and you can't mould poor quality leather.
No.
And I've wet it and moulded it, and it moulds so beautifully, and it holds its shape. It's very, very good quality leather. And you can always tell a good quality leather because from the front to the back, it hasn't got all the furriness on it. You know, when you turn it over, it's got a beautiful sheen on either side.
I think they are genuinely, that price point, ladies and gentlemen, is why you've all gone loop-de-loo on my tablet here. You really have. And it's wonderful when you're able to get something of close to £50 worth, which actually I think already very good.
Very, very good.
At just £29.95. That is something very special indeed. And what would you say to someone who's maybe never worked with leather before? Yeah,
if you've never worked with leather, one of the big sheets can be quite daunting because you've got to cut it, and you've got to cut it in straight lines for bracelets. This, you've got 4 perfect bracelet lengths and still have little ends left over to make earrings with. So if you've never used leather before, this is the perfect introduction to leather. And all you need, I mean, I've not done anything with it other than like just cut the ends off on the bracelet in the middle there. All I've done is glued around one of the large jump rings. So all you need is a little bit of fabric glue, and you can see, I mean, that's just so simple. That's just on monofilament. Just tie them in little circles around it with monofilament. So simple, but really sort of like, you'd see that on the high street, you know, the kind of bracelets that you'd see on the high street. Very easy to make, if you can remember how you did it.
Yeah. I just think genuinely just an astonishing look. And I adore, with those large jump rings we're talking about, how you've used it in that big necklace.
Yeah, I love that. I saw a belt in a high street shop that was very similar to that, and I just thought, oh, I could make that into the actual necklace, and all it is just linking them together. There's no fancy chainmail in between, it's just linking them on one to one.
And we were talking about using the leather because of the quality of it to do the shaping, and you have used the shaping on these earrings, haven't you?
Yes, I have, yeah. So all I did with the leather, because with leather, if you want to mould it, all you need to do is get it a little bit wet. And all I did was moulded it, wet it, and then popped it around a pencil and did a little spiral with it, popped it on top of my radiator. It dried in about 10 minutes, and they just stay like that. And they've been in my box.
That is due to the quality, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is due to the quality of the leather. And the fact that you can punch holes in the leather and those holes don't pull. Because chainmail can be quite heavy.
Yeah, of course.
So on the bracelet that's got the chainmail in the middle and then the leather either sides, you know, if that leather was poorer quality or very thin, it would just rip straight through. So it's, you know, this leather is very, very good leather.
Very good quality, perfect therefore for this. Now I have 21 of these kits left at this moment in time. So if you want to get your hands on them, just give us a little bit of a call, press option number 1, or get in touch on JewelleryMaker.com as well if you wish. Even if you've never tried chainmail before, worked with your leather before, there's definitely some techniques in there that you can get involved with. And we're going to learn one of those techniques right now.
Yeah, we're going to do the pendant in the middle, which is the Byzantine, but and I know we've done Byzantine, but I've never actually shown how to connect 2 ends of Byzantine together to make a full pendant.
Cool, yeah.
And then just show you how to connect it together, and then it's quite simple just to bead around the outside of it.
Fab.
So we're going to go back to basics, and like I said, Byzantine's a great one if you've never learned chainmail before, because there is about 40 different variants. So just by learning one weave with a few little tweaks, you can have 40 different looks.
Wow.
Okay, so what we need to do is we're going to use the 6mm jump rings for these, and now I'm using all the different colours so that it makes it easy for you to see. Now, Byzantine is a 3 sets of 2 weave, so whenever you need to do Byzantine, you always need to remember that it's 3 sets of 2 that you need to add together. So I'm going to just go ahead and just link 3 pairs of 2 together. Now, when you're opening and closing your jump rings, with the Byzantine, it's very important that you do make sure that all those closures are so perfectly done, because it will catch as it's a round weave. So I've now got my 3 sets of 2. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the first pair. Okay, so I'm just holding the first pair in my hand. I've let the third pair fall either side of my hand. I'm going to open up the second pair, and you can see now that I can still see the green pair in the middle, which are the ones that I'm holding, the second pair, which were the black, and the third pair, which were the gold. Now, taking another open jump ring, the gold pair are the 2 that I'm going to collect together. Okay, so if you ever get confused which ones to collect, it's the ones that aren't attached to the green ones that you're holding, or your starter chain that you're holding. So I'm just going to pick up those 2 in the middle and pull it up. So you can see that's the first part of my Byzantine knot completed. And now, because it's 3 sets of 2, because I've only got 1 jump ring there, I need to just double that jump ring up to keep the same uniformity of the weave. So I've now got my first little section of Byzantine. Now I need another 3 sets of 2, but the blue jump rings are going to act as my first pair. So I'm now going to go and add on another 2 pairs. So I've now got my 3 sets again. There we go. So I've now got my first knot, and if that happens and it falls down either side, don't worry, it's just because there's no tension on this end. So I've now got my first knot, and I've now got my 3 pairs ready to do my second knot. So what I'm going to do is hold the first pair in the sequence, let the third pair fall either side, open back up the second pair, and then just scoop those up into the middle. Close one, and again, because it's a double that we need, you're just going to add another jump ring through. Now, it may seem very difficult when you're just watching if you've never tried this before, but it is one of the easiest ones to see, because there is only one way that jump ring can go in. Okay. So it's not like it could go into 2 or 3 different areas, it will only just go into that one. So I'm just going to do it one more time. So just taking my first set's already there, because that's what I've pulled up into that second knot. So I now need 2 more pairs. That's 1 pair and 2 pair. And if you are learning your chainmail weaves, if you have got some of our coloured wires or a permanent marker, if you want to colour some of your jump rings, then you can sort of learn it in the colours as well.
That's a good idea.
So I've now got my 3 pairs again, exactly the same. And because chainmail is a continuous pattern all the time, it's very easy to learn, because you get into a repetition of it. So it's not like you change in every one you do is different to the one before. It's just a continuous pattern. And one of the ladies on the workshop said it was very zen-like.
Oh, I love that.
So I quite liked that.
Yeah, I like that.
And I think you do go into a bit of you don't go into a trance when you're doing it, because your jump ring closures wouldn't be very good. But it is very relaxing. It is a very relaxing medium, I find, because once you've got that pattern established, and you can just go on and just carry on doing, you know, quite a lot of this. So that's your Byzantine itself. So to do the pendant, can you see this first section here? So that first section there, that's like one full Byzantine knot. So you need to do a section of Byzantine, so you've got 4 of those complete full knots ready. So I'm just going to pop that down.
Every time I see jump rings being shown, I can't help but think of Sonic. And then when you drop them, it was just like when he loses them all, and that's from Kirsty.
Yeah.
Love that. I used to play Sonic in the garden. Not like, like...
You used to run and
like,
roll.
you're Sonic, I'll be Tails.
And run.
Just like go through like hula hoops and stuff. No, I didn't have the game. No, we didn't have the game. Just made it ourselves in the garden. Just going through, like, jumping through hula hoops and stuff. Like, woo! Yeah.
I quite like that. That's better than sitting indoors on a computer game.
Well, thank you very much.
That's very imaginative.
Thank you so much. And it only took me 14 years to work it out.
Did it? Did you do it yesterday?
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, it was. Hello to Amanda. It says, hi ladies, Fleur. I've tried making my own jump rings but can't get a neat cut and the end up losing loads. Any tips for neat straight ends, Amanda?
Okay, when you make your own jump rings, the first few in a coil and the last few in a coil you'll always lose. Okay, so you'll always lose those last few. When you're cutting them, if you're cutting them with a saw, it's keeping that coil still. If you've got our coil cutting pliers, very good. If not, if you've got our vise and then some of our, you know, the sheet leather, so the biggest sheets of leather, you can just coat either side of your vise with leather so it doesn't mark your jump rings.
Got you.
It's holding it tight enough to get that nice clean cut.
Right.
You do need to put some sort of lubricant on the blade, or metal on metal creates friction and you won't get that nice clean cut through. If you're using your flush cutters, then you're going to have to cut the little point, because when you cut a flush cut, one point goes to a point and one is flat.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to cut the pointed section off, which means you lose a section of wire out of your circle.
Okay.
Any section of wire that you take out, it won't go back as a full circle.
No.
It will go slightly oval or egg-shaped. So it is very, very, it's one of those techniques, it's a little bit like wire wrapping and things like that, and weaving. You take forever to learn it, and then all of a sudden something clicks and it just, you can make lots and lots of jump rings. The cleanest cut jump rings are using a Dremel.
Yeah.
Just to go along with a Dremel with a cutting blade on them and just go across. But no, it's difficult, granted, which is why buying them perfectly made from JewelleryMaker for me is great. But it is there is something really nice about making something from scratch.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
yeah, just keep persevering, and with your saw, just make sure your blade's nice and sharp.
Fantastic. I hope that helps you, Amanda. Okie dokie.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. There's another text through, is there? Oh, no, it's gone off now. Hang on. Hey up. Wait, where's it gone? 10-inch blue leather strap, approximately W10 mil. Morning, ladies. Can I ask Fleur, would you put holes in leather before or after moulding?
After.
After,
because when you wet leather, you can stretch it. So leather will stretch when it's wet. So what you need to do is mould it first and then cut the hole when it's dry, so it's shrunk back to its normal size. If you do it when it's wet and before you mould it, you could get an elongated hole. So yeah, mould it all first and then put your hole in there.
Post. Lovely. Okay, so how do we join this up then? We've got that first section.
So I've got my section here, and I'm really sorry it's going to be difficult to see. So I've got my 4 sections there, so you can see all 4 sections. And what you need to do on the ends is leave the last 3 open, okay? So if I just take that jump ring out, because I had that there. So as you can see, those last 3 on either side are open. So they're not woven either side, there and there. Now what we're going to do, and this is a little bit fiddly, but it's not too fiddly. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our Byzantine knot with our one end, and put your jump ring through. And then with the other end, just fold those down and push them together, and it's easy when you're at home. Sorry, if I just... What you can do is, should we just close that one up, and then once we've got them there, then we can just quickly open that one back up. So I'm just going to open that one back up now, so go to my last jump ring that I opened. This is why I don't use the small ones for a demo.
Yeah, no, it's
This
hard
is,
to see, isn't it?
It's very hard to see, and my fingers are right in the way. I'm so sorry. So I've got one side, but I just noticed that the other one had come off that side. So let's just go back and collect that one up as well. So it's exactly the same knot. There's nothing different in the way that I've done it. It's just, I've just folded both sides down into a Byzantine knot and then put my jump ring through both of them.
Yeah, I see.
So if I just hold that there before I close it. So either side's just into that Byzantine knot and close that one up. Once you've got that first jump ring in place, it's fine, because then you can just go in and put the second jump ring in place there.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I just pop that one in straight now. And like I say, this one's dead easy to go in because it's the first one's already there. So just go through all four, connecting it together. And if you wanted to make Byzantine rings, you know, this is how you'd make a Byzantine ring. So that would probably fit one of my fingers if I didn't have. So if you wanted to make a nice Byzantine ring, that's how you would make that as well. So what I did then is on every one of those Byzantine sections, I went and put a double jump ring in each one, just so it gives you those little anchor points to then weave your monofilament through. So if I just get some that's open, and like oh, they're all there, look, they're open. I wondered where they'd gone. Okay, so all I'm going to do then is, if I look at my little sections, just get one of those nice little sections there, so you can see there I've got a nice little Byzantine section, and I'm just going to pop the jump ring on the outside. Now I'll just do one just so that you can see. You're going to go all the way around your circle and put 5 more jump rings in place on the outside. Now this is easier to do after you've connected it together than before, because if you do it before and it twists as you're doing it up, these could end up on the inside, so we need to just make sure that they're on the outside. And then using your monofilament, and whichever gemstones that are in the kit that you like, so you can use the either one, because both of them work equally as well. You can go along and you just, with your monofilament, use these then as your little guide jump rings to go through. And if I just lay this down now, you can see what I've done. So can you see now I've got these extra rings on the outside. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and I'm just missing one from there, which is my 5th one. So if I just pop that one in. There we go. And now, so I've got all 5 in place on the outside there. Now all I do with my monofilament is just go around and just put about 5 gemstones in each section, and then just tie it at the top. And there you've got your full pendant. So I've doubled them up on the actual pendant themselves. I've just put one in there just for time. But again, you can make that as large or as small as you like. 5 is a nice size because it doesn't sort of like crunch up on each other. But if you go any bigger, you do need to pull quite hard on the monofilament, because it's the gemstones around the outside that keep, because as you can see this is loose.
Shape.
It's the gemstones around the outside and the tightness on the monofilament that keeps the shape of it.
Got you. Fantastic, thank you so much for showing us that. Now, we have been talking about the leather, and we've had a few questions in. We said, can I ask a leather question? I have some sheets and they are creased. How do you smooth them out, please, from Valerie?
What you could do is pop them in the bathroom and hang them up. Try not to peg them on anything or fold them over anything, because then it will then fold and crease again. But yes, steam, but not a steam iron or anything like that. So best off in a bathroom after you've had a shower or a bath, and there's a little bit of moisture in the air, and just pop it down flat. You can put something like a heavy book on top of it as well, and then just let it dry out naturally, and that will get the creases out of there.
So I hope that helps, yeah. And we've had some more in saying, morning ladies. Fleur mentioned using the Dremel to cut the jump rings. What do you hold the jump rings with?
You'd need a vice or something, some sort of box that you're going to hold it in and tighten it in. But so yeah, a vice with leather on either side, or some sort of cushioning material either side so that the vice itself didn't mark with the jump rings. But just be very careful when you're tightening it up that you don't squash them flat.
I've got some more. What glue do you use to ensure open links are secured close, or do you weld? Same when the 0.4, 0.25 stick out. What glue, or again weld those wee bits that won't stay flat? Love, show online all day. Hey, Justin.
With chainmail jump rings, you don't need to glue any of them closed because it's they're cut so precisely that both ends go back together so brilliantly. So that in itself holds that jump ring nice and still. When you're doing your chainmail, the amount of jump rings that you use in a pattern and the way that they're knitted together or weaved together keeps the strength as well. So you don't need to glue any of them. You can solder jump rings if it's just the end one on a chain, say, that you want to have a nice strong closure, but
there's no real
need to use that, especially with our jump rings, because
traditionally they won't have glued, will they?
No, never have glued or never. They did try rivet mail, and it lasted about 30 years because it was so hard work to rivet every single one in place. And there is some people, but while you are soldering, because if you take that, for instance, the bracelet that's there with the leather, if I was to solder every single one of those jump rings in place, not only would it take me forever, but I would also end up soldering one jump ring to the next, so it could become a solid sheet rather than a fluid piece of chainmail.
I see. So I hope that helped you. If you do want to work with the leather, though, we have got some glue here, of course. Glue and leather, perfect to be paired together to keep, for example, the back of like this clasp. You've obviously used them, haven't you?
Yeah. So all I've done there is I've just cut it into a point, into a triangle, popped it over, and then I've used the helping hands tool? I've used the crocodile clips on the ends of the helping hands tool to hold it together, but again I popped a little bit of fabric in between because they've got teeth on them and I didn't want to mark the leather. So just pop a little bit of fabric, pop it in some sort of crocodile clip, and doesn't take long to set, and this glue is brilliant, this one.
This one is fab, actually, isn't it? It's fabulous. Your jewellery and bead glue, so specifically designed and created for the likes of your jewellery making pieces. The great thing with this is you actually get the nozzle at the end. Obviously this is on for, you do get the lid, which you just have to pierce through, and then the lid itself actually becomes the area for the nozzles for you to be able to have, and then you do have a cap there as well to keep it all in check. You get plenty of it. It will keep a bit of movement for a while, and then after a few sort of overnight, it will be, as solid as you like. $5.95 for you today on this, and as you can see, you get a massive amount of it there. Shaz is saying, just would love to say good morning to my lovely ladies. Am I allowed bragging rights? I made my very first chainmail the other day, and I am so very proud of it. Love to you all always.
Oh, I'd love to see a picture of it.
Wall of Fame, Wall of Fame, Wall of Fame. Please, Shazza, I'd love to see it. I really would.
And chainmail is addictive, so you will be making more.
Yeah,
it is. Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh, fab! Congratulations. Yeah, me neither. And congratulations, bragging rights allowed. Yes. And let's have some more bragging rights, shall we? Let's go over to the Wall of Fame. Good morning, everybody. Welcome here to the Wall of Fame. You've sent in all of your makes for the last week or so, and we're going to have a little look at them now. Go on, Fleur.
I got number 122, and what an amazing
lush gemstones
suite of jewellery. And it says, hi to all you lovely people. Please find this week's entry to the Wall of Fame 3 separate necklaces using Russian diopside, pearls and gold-plated 925. The diopside is one of my favourite gems, and with money from hubby as an early Christmas present, I was able to treat myself and make these. All can be worn separately, but I think I might wear all together with some plain gold bangles, as I am more... as I'm a more is more type of lass, so am I. All components from JewelleryMaker as usual. Just looking for an occasion to wear. Good luck in the draw, and thanks for the marvellous entertainment and inspiration. And that's love from Alison in a cold and wet Carnoustie in Angus. It is cold and wet up there because my mum lives in Scotland. It's very cold and wet at the minute. That is Russian dioxide and pearls.
I love that you've just got the idea of layering or just one simply if you want to. I think that's fab. Thank you for that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Here belongs to Maggie, and it says, hello to all. Here is my first entry to the Wall of Fame. First entry, congratulations, welcome. It's made with fluorite plain rounds and silver plated copper chain from JewelleryMaker. Love the show and have been a follower for many years. Keep up the good work and good luck to all in the draw. Congratulations on your first entry, first off. And that is such a stunning piece, isn't it?
You'd wear that all the time. You'd never take it off. You never take that one off. It's beautiful.
You're up.
Number 120, a beautiful memory wire bracelet. And it says, hi team, my Wall of Fame entry is a bangle made from memory wire semicircles and watermelon faceted quartz beads. It was inspired by a bangle I got years ago in Gran Canaria, but which is more complicated as it has 2 rows of the same pattern wired together, which enables it to morph into lots of different configurations. I couldn't master it, so there's a challenge. For anyone who is mathematically genius or has 3 pairs of hands, I know that. And that's from Francis in Somerset. Francis, that's beautiful. And it is, you do get lots of jewellery from places where you get inspired.
You're right.
Gorgeous.
Very inspirational indeed. As is 124, which is a sterling silver necklace using amethyst, which is also a commission piece. So simple but elegant, and that is from Ali. Thank you very much for sending that in, Ali. Really pretty components there.
And then final bit of chain mail, number 121, and it says, hi all, this is my entry for the Wall of Fame. It is my first bracelet I've completely made in chainmail. I use 7mm gold-plated jump rings and threaded golden obsidian 6mm rounds along the groove of the bracelet. I think this weave is a European 2-in-1. Thanks to Fleur and the demos she does, I found the weave easy to do. Hopefully I can now move on to the harder weave with the same success. Take care, and that's Denise from Shore. Denise, that's beautiful. It's a gemstone spine. It is beautiful.
Thank you for sending that in. Okie dokie, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready and raring to go, because after the break, clearance! See you then.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with JewelleryMaker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our JewelleryMaker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques. Did you know that if you go to JewelleryMaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you'll receive 10% off your first order with us. We'll also keep you updated with special offers, theme shows, program guides and Jewellery Maker tutorials. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we love seeing your jewellery creations, learning about your inspiration and reading your blogs. If you write your own craft or jewellery blog, then we'd love to hear from you. Simply tweet us at jewellery_maker UK with your blog link and we'll be in touch.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Join guest designer Sarah Elvin for the Introduction to Bead Looming DVD. Sarah will guide you through many techniques including adding beads, pattern creations, beading with chips, adding beads to warp thread, as well as how to set up your bead loom. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with JewelleryMaker. Are you new to jewellery making? Not sure where to start? Not sure what materials you'll need? Then tune in to JewelleryMaker between 7 PM and 9 PM throughout January for our Get Started show. We'll guide you through how to get started with step-by-step tutorials. Our talented designers will give you advice, inspiration, and introduce you to new mediums. Start off the new year with a new hobby.
Hello everybody, how are you all today? Welcome to JewelleryMaker. Have you just woken up? Have you just woken up? If you have, good morning. And I'm sorry to say, but really wake up now, because we have got so many deals and goodies, because today, ladies and gentlemen, is the last day of clearance that we have here for you. We have so much to do, we have so much to get through now. Long story short, we had one on the 4th, a delivery on the 4th that was a big one. We've got a massive one again coming tomorrow, which is not just one delivery, it's 7 deliveries I've got coming tomorrow. Big, it's the biggest order this last week that we have done ever here at JewelleryMaker, ever. So we've got to clear out space. We're going to be losing money on a lot of these deals, which means you're getting them at a better price than we got them at, but it's because we need space and storage. Now, basically, what we're going to do is we're going to be taking some things to absolutely crazy low prices, but I need you there with me. I need you to be there with me, because essentially, if there's looks like there's just 1 or 2 of you trickling in, we're going to need to see more, because otherwise management are going to say to us, look, the whole point of this is clearance, and it's all about clearing out space. If it didn't look like we were going to sell it out completely, then why would we take it to such a silly price? So I'm going to need you all to do that for me. As soon as we've got about 15 or 10 left, I will move on, which means the quicker we get them in baskets, the quicker we check out, the quicker I'm able to move on. I am joined today with the gorgeous Fleur. Are you ready and raring to go?
I am. I'm ready to be heartbroken that I can't buy everything.
Okay, well I'm sorry for your pain,
That's
but
okay.
This is what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to get started. Let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. The quicker you're with me, the quicker we're moving on. Hold on to your braces. Different type of braces. Quite good, that, isn't it? It's quite good, that. I'm getting my braces off in 2 weeks. I'm very excited. Anyway, look, jump rings. You have got your quad trouble, everybody, of your labradorite. Of your labradorite, right? Yeah, cool. Different hour, babe. Dion, that's your alarm going off, love. Yeah, we're waking up here. Labradorite, quad trouble we've got here for you, ladies and gentlemen. I was just showing you, we've got some jump rings coming up in a bit. These are really phenomenal. These are such a funky shape, aren't they? Look at them, they're like pyramids, aren't they? Prisms, pyramids. You've got the square base on these ones, if I show you. You've got the square base that you can see there, and then you've got the triangular design all the way up each side of them. So it's pyramid shaped, or prism shaped, if you will, that we have in here for you. You're getting, now basically it should be £56.80, because if I show you them, the kind of workmanship for them, sorry, my earpiece being silly, the workmanship for them is astonishing. Now, there's not that many of you there at the moment. We are dropping the price. Now, the reason we're dropping the price at this point is to get you ready and raring to go. Your saving on this today is absolutely massive. £42 we've just taken off the price of this. Yes, okay, we did pay more for these. We paid significantly more than that. That means that per strand you're paying about £5, I think, 5, 10. It's less than that. It's less than that. Sorry, fine. That was my thinking voice. It's less than £4 actually, approximately. £3.74 if my maths are correct. That is a ridiculous price point, isn't it?
I've never seen labradorite for that price.
No?
Never.
No.
Even in the clearance, I don't think I've ever seen labradorite in the clearance anyway, personally myself. But they're brilliant because they're such big pieces as well. They've got so much labdorescence because you've got so many different surface areas there as well.
Yeah.
And they can be used in so many different ways. I mean, Gemma did a brilliant silver sheet show yesterday. She set one inside, so you could have that sitting inside as well. You can like use that with your copper sheets and your silver sheets as well as your beading.
They are fantastic to be able to work with. Now, I'm going to let you know quantity on these. Quantity-wise, we're looking at about 17 now. 17 now. That's where we're up to now. As soon as a few more of you check out, I will be moving on. And don't forget, you do get 4 of these. Actually, they'd be quite nice if you wanted to do a sort of, maybe a stood-up ring. A stood-up ring. Just... That was good England, that, said Emily. But yeah, if you wanted to do like a proud ring, maybe you can't actually do prong set yourself, but you want to get the look, then you could with these, couldn't you? Just wire wrap at the bottom. Yeah, just wire wrap at the bottom and then just come up the side of the gemstone with the wire. And it would, through the tension, a bit like the pendant we've just done, through the tension of the wire, it would sit up onto your finger as you just like had it there then. It really would. Earrings as well. Oh, perfect for that. Lovely for that because of the shape of them, and you've got that opportunity for all the light to move around. We have saved you over £40. Okay, I've now got 10 of those left, so I am going to move on. Like I say, as soon as we have 10 left, I will be moving on. I know this is another optical gemstone that you love. The rondelles, love. I know that you love other mystical gemstones, and moonstone's one of your big favourites, isn't it? I do. I love moonstone. I've got moonstone on today. I think it's just beautiful. I love all moonstones. I think peach and rainbow are my favourites, but this is my favourite for doing with chainmail. Oh, tell me why. Because when you put it next to something like a silver or a gold, it sort of like radiates up onto the top of the gemstone, and because it's that nice shape of the rondelles, it fits so beautifully. Fits really nicely in there. Quantity-wise, my quantity on this. Okay, everybody, I'm in my last chance saloon. Well, I've got 30 of these. Last chance saloon on this one, okay? I'm not just bringing you the 1 strand, I am bringing you 4. The quality of this is really good. You can see quite a few of these have quite a lot of shiller going across them. The body of colour is beautiful as well. Because I've only got 30, I'm dropping that price right away for you. Ready for this? You should be paying $47.80. We're paying $14.95 for you today. Again, you're working out about £3.70 something per strand on this one. There's absolutely loads in here. And the fact of the matter is that you've got that beautiful colour, which is very, very workable indeed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm dropping the prices on these ones for you to really get you in the mood. So there's loads of you already checking out now. I need to let you know I'm now in my 20s on this in quantity. I'm in my 20s on this. I will be moving on as soon as we've got 10, as soon as we've got 10 left. But there are plenty in baskets, okay? So it's fastest finger first on deals like this. I've got some with big quantity, some with smaller quantity. I am going to move on now because I've got 10 left. So you have still got an opportunity, but I'm going to move on quickly for you. Now I'm bringing to you, Amazon strand, which I just think are absolutely phenomenal. The colour on these is intense. It really is a very historic gemstone indeed. Not entirely sure still where the name comes from. Some people think it comes from the Amazonian River, possibly because you have that beautiful, almost wave-like detail in these. But some people think it's due to the Amazonian women because this gemstone has been found encrusted within their armoury and within their weaponry. And for that reason, a lot of people do believe actually that this gemstone is a gemstone that perhaps can help kind of with strength of femininity, strength of character. Lots of people believe that because of the history behind it. It's a fantastical historical gemstone, it really is, and the fact you're getting 4 strands at one price is amazing. It's a stunning colour. It is so Pantone 2016, and at £7.95 for 4 strands of this. That is phenomenal. Now, lots of you in for this. Your quantity on this, I've got under 60 of this one. So if you want it, you've got to come in and get these whilst you can. £7.95 for you. I'm doing this collection of jump rings in about 5 minutes for you, just to let everyone know. And blue and silver, for me, they just work, don't they? Blue and silver, they just work so well together. I've got less than 50 of these ones available for you on the Amazon right now, ladies and gentlemen. And also, just to let you know, it would go great with your green natures, wouldn't it? Okay, 15 of those left. I'm moving on now. Got for you some Tiger's Eye. Now, this is another one one that I know you love to work with, isn't it?
Yeah, for gents jewellery, perfect for gents jewellery this is. Again, it's got that beautiful optical, I can't say that word,
Phenomenon.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But
Just
that's,
remember that.
That's the way that I have to say it.
Oh, is it? Phenomenon.
Yeah. But no, it's a fabulous gemstone to work with. Goes with all metal types.
It really does. It goes with your copper, goes with your gold, it adds pop with silver, antiques bronze, perfect with it as well. I absolutely adore the shape of these. You've got your swirl drums. Now, my quantity on this selection, ladies and gentlemen, I've just got less than 30 of these now with the amount of people that have checked out. So it's fastest finger first on these. Don't forget, even though it is clearance, we're not like one of those shops that goes, well, because it's in clearance, you can't bring it back. We're still allowing your 30-day money-back guarantee on this. So if you like what you see, get it. Check it out. And at £11.95 you're going to love this, because you are actually getting not just 2 but 4 strands on these ones. That is an astonishing price point for all of these. It truly is. I mean, how much is that working out per one? It's about £3 each, isn't it? About £3 each for this strand, which is astonishing.
2 stretchy bracelets out of each one, and you'd sell those for a lot more than £3 each as a stretchy bracelet. But as that price, then, if you wanted to go to £5 each for a stretchy bracelet, you're still making money on what you've got there.
Still making a big amount of money. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 10 of those left now. I've got £11.95 for you. Nice work. Okay, moving on. I'm going to 19. We were talking about this just a moment or 3 ago, weren't we? This, ladies and gentlemen, is, again, a really, really big colour at this moment in time. You've got your moonstone in the peach colour. So this is the one you were talking about before.
I love it. Yeah, I love this with rose gold. I just think it's so feminine. And then I know we have a sneaky peek of the morganite. Can you imagine the morganite in between those as well? Just beautiful, this. What a beautiful combination.
Isn't that very dainty and delicate indeed? What a stunning look that's giving to you. It really is. Actually, rather nice too, that one with the likes of... Isn't it? Don't you think? I've got for you here a big selection of these. Again, I've got 4 strands worth. Mammoth amount of this gemstone. Okay, I've got under 40 of these available now. £7.95 for you today. That actually is around about £2 each, isn't it, per strand? That is astonishing. Please don't forget for me, if you're just tuning in now and you're going, oh, what are all these things? They're genuine, real deal gemstone. This is a natural gemstone. This isn't plastic. This isn't fake. This isn't made in a lab. This is made by Mother Nature over hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years. This is a stunning natural gemstone. And just to let everybody know, if you want to get your hands on this treat, realistically, now's your opportunity to do so. And if you want to pair it with this, and I've got to say, this is one of the most fantastic strands I've ever actually seen. I'm completely head over heels with this zircon. I think they just go so well together. And I mean, to have that history of the moonstone and the history of a zircon together in a pairing, what a great design you're going to get. I'm actually going to bring you that zircon now, if I may. Now, obviously not a clearance zircon, it's just that it goes so well together. But we're going to bring it to you now. This, ladies and gentlemen, is astonishing. I was talking to you earlier, wasn't it? 30. Did you say? 30. Oh, 38 of these I've got. 38 of these I've got. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I was talking before, wasn't I, about GIA? And as you all know, I absolutely love and adore this gemstone. It's one of the most exciting gemstones ever. I just adore this gem. The history of it is absolutely profound. But actually, as part of our GIA training, what we learnt about this was that the GIA believe, and a lot of gemologists believe, that this gemstone had the same amount of marketing, the same amount of kind of promotion as diamond had. Not only do they believe that this would be way higher in price than diamond, but they also believe that if it had the same marketing, the GIA and a lot of gemologists in that area believe that if it had the same marketing as diamond, this would actually have all been gone out of the earth within under 12 months. that just goes to show you the rarity of this. The rarity of this is absolutely epic, in particular in that cinnamon colour. You get with the cinnamon colour that ferocious fire. You really do get that concentration of that kind of intense rainbow spectrum underneath this. Because don't forget, this, you know, it gives you more sparkle than a diamond scientifically. It gives you more of that refraction. One beam of light enters it, it gets split into two, so you get double that sparkle. Now, ladies and gentlemen, can I have a little look at my fine lines, Dee? Do you mind? This is the most ancient gemstone in the world. It actually helped us kind of see how the Earth's crust itself was built up and how the Earth itself was built up. It truly is a sensational, sensational gemstone. If you want to get your hands on it, now's your opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're about to see and what we're about to do on this is really, really something special indeed. We're about to take this, the price you're about to see, I don't believe should ever be the price point on it at all. You ready for this? £39.95 for the most ancient gemstone in the world. This gemstone could be over 4 billion years old. This is astonishing. Are you ready? £29.95 for you today. This has more history than a diamond. This gives you more sparkle than a diamond. This, for me personally, is more beautiful than a diamond. And I tell you what, I do not think you'd ever be getting 59 carats worth of diamond with this much sparkle, this much intensity for anywhere near £40, let alone £29.95. Ladies and gentlemen, honestly, if you've never owned a zircon, I will honestly say to you, zircon I think is one of those gemstones that everyone should own, and I really do. I love zircon, I really do. When I kind of get my, you know, main pieces of jewellery, zircon will be the ones I go for. Zircon for me is serious luxury, above and beyond anything else I can actually think of. The fact it's the oldest gemstone in the world, the fact it's doubly refractive, the fact that it has more sparkle, and that sparkle, by the way, can't even be recreated. There's a gemstone, well, a gemstone, there's a well-known stone, let's say, cubic zirconia, that's actually made, man-made cubic zirconia. It's man-made in a laboratory, and it's made to try and kind of copy the look of a zircon, hence the name cubic zirconia. But actually, even though it's lab-made, they can't get the sparkle and shine that this gemstone does naturally, which is amazing, isn't it? Totally natural, cinnamon zircon, ladies and gentlemen, and a vintage look with serious sparkle today at under £40. That to me is absolutely above and beyond astonishing. And like I said, you know, from all the research, a lot of gemologists will say to you, if this has had anywhere near the marketing of a diamond, this gemstone would have been completely and absolutely gone, sold out, gotten out of the ground, yields depleted within less than 12 months. That goes to show you the rarity of this, and it is a spectacular gem. I'm so chuffed for every single one of you. Okay, I've got 9 of those left. You know what? That is a clearance price. That is absolutely ridiculous. It truly is. Okay, everybody, if you thought that wasn't amazing, get ready for this. Hold on to your hats. It's our star. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to our Star Buy. I have got for you loads and loads of clearance, loads and loads of treats coming up for you today. I really do, and I'm starting off by bringing you your jump rings. Now, these jump rings we had a little look at very quickly earlier, but we'll take a better look at them now. What do you like about an array of jump rings such as this, Fleur?
The fact that I can do lots and lots of different weaves from one purchase. The fact that I can use them not only in my chainmail, but I can use them as my connectors and my beaded pieces, and as feature pieces, you know, feature pendants, say, or earrings. They're so versatile, these twisted jump rings, and I'm just looking at the sizes that you're getting out there. There's lots of sizes, so there's a vast array of weaves that you can do with these sizes.
Yeah. You've got 6mm, which we were saying super versatile.
Yeah, super versatile.
9mm, is that versatile too?
Yeah, very versatile.
12mm.
Yep.
And then you've got your 17 mil.
Yeah, so your 12 and your 17 would be more of your feature jump rings. So go in sort of, say if you were going to do a Romanov weave, having these as your feature jump rings in the middle, or just to hang a pendant from or pop in on a chain. You know, again, resin, polymer clay, there's lots of mediums, all the mediums that we do really, macrame up to one and then have it in the centre and then macrame away from it. You know, it's not just chainmail, but for me, it would be.
It would be, of course it would. You've got such a big array of sizes here, and there's loads of you getting your hands on these, just to say. 250 of these in total. Now you're getting a mammoth amount, 100 of the 6 mil, 50 of all the others, basically. So 50 of the 9 mil, 50 of the 12 mil, and 50 of the 17 mil. You also get the little box with these two, which I suppose is very handy for the likes of chainmail.
Yeah, very handy. Great for putting them into those, because obviously when you've got the small bags, you can get, I bet you could get about 1,000 jump rings in each one of those boxes once you've used all these ones up. Very secure as well.
Really, really secure. Really secure, as you can hear then as I was sort of popping those down. Very, very secure indeed. And once you've used all the jump rings, you can use these for loads of others, can't you?
Yeah,
loads of other things.
I'd definitely put more jump rings in there, and because you've got that plastic top, then you can actually write on the top with a permanent marker what size is in each box. So, you know, once you finish them all, or even now when you get it home, you know, just write on the top what size is in each one, and then you can keep replenishing it, because we, you know, if we do any more separately, so you can just keep replenishing through.
That's a really good one, and that sign there means, do you know what that means? Dishwasher safe. So you can keep your little snacks in here if you want, can't you?
I wonder if it's good for your polymer clay. Has it got number 5 on it?
I think it probably is by the look of it. Yeah, sorry, it has. Yeah, it is. So perfect for your polymer clay. Great for your little snacks at lunchtime as well, because you can just pop it in the old dishwasher. Hey, Alison, these are great if you're new to chainmail, because they don't show any marks from your pliers.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Very good point.
Really good point. Very good point. And by the way, I should state, you know, they are open jump rings. I don't know if it's a really great little, it's a really great drill hole on these ones, but drill hole, what am I chatting on? It's a really great, can you see, cut, that's it. You can see it there, can you though? It's so hard to see. That's how great it is. There it is, there, look. But they are. Morning, ladies. Are the jump rings open, please? How strange. Making decorations. Making decorations for the reindeers. Not long now. Mrs. Christmas, you're a funny onion, aren't you? They are open, yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting low in stock on these. Just £17.95 for you today.
Brilliant price.
Yeah?
Brilliant price, that is, yeah. Absolutely fabulous. I can't remember who messaged in and said about the purchase on them, because, you know, less marking. Sometimes when you pliers slip off of a jump ring, it can mark it very slightly. With these, because you've got a great purchase with your pliers. Not at all. Not at all,
which is great if you're getting to grips with it. Yeah. Hi ladies, I made a Byzantine necklace from the anodized rose, gold and silver coloured aluminium chain I bought from JM. Looks fab.
It is very nice, because all that chain's open as well, so all those links are really nice and open, so you can make beautiful chainmail pieces out of those chains as well. But again, if you added some of these into the middle, look, I could do a big Mobius ring with these in the middle and then put the aluminium chain Byzantine from it.
I think that's phenomenal, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been made aware that has sold out, I'm afraid. Okie pokely, well done to everybody. Do you fancy some more jump rings though whilst you're there? Rude not to, isn't it? These ones that I showed you earlier on, the rose goldy, coppery, coloury ones. 200 of these, and there are 7 mil. Now it's got to be good to have that many in that size, isn't it?
7 mil is the best size to learn with, because they're slightly bigger. Again, you can do your Byzantine, you can do your box weave, you could do your Persian weaves, you can do your Japanese weaves. There's lots, all your round mail weaves. There's lots and lots of weaves you can do with a 7 mil. So if people say, I've never tried chainmail before, what size shall I buy? I always say 7 mil.
These ones are the ones to go for. What about the fact that they're in that rose gold? Are they easy to find?
No. You can't find any rose gold plated. You can get rose gold coloured, but they're more like a guilty colour some other places, or some of them it's just like a colour in a pinkish tone. These not a true rose gold on top of copper. Again, it's very rare to find them. beautiful, go with every gemstone.
Go
I
with
love
something
rose
really
gold.
nice.
Yeah. Really
So
like
if
it.
you want the pure rose gold and you don't want that kind of guilty look, this is your great opportunity, because at this price you don't need to feel guilty at all. Get yourself a few. £6.95 everybody today. Fleur's literally just mouthed wow at me for that price. Usually
from other places, shall I say, you'd just get like an anodized aluminium style, which is very lightweight. They're very easy to bend out shape. They've not got a copper core like this. They don't feel weighty and feel like a nice piece of chainmail. And to get precision cut, you know, custom made chainmail jump rings, because some jump rings aren't good enough to go into chainmail.
No.
These are precision cut. They're absolutely brilliant.
That is a great deal for you today. It really is an astonishing price point. And you all know it. Quantity-wise, I've got a decent amount of these, so do not worry, everybody. Loads of you coming in and getting your hands on them. Rose gold. And you've got 200 pieces of these ones today. Lush to see all of you here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, Texter. Oh, Mrs. Christmas. Have these. Buying more. The colour and quality is superb. The colour does not come off.
Yeah, chainmail is notorious for rubbing coatings off because it's so tightly woven together. So with the anodized aluminium, it's very easy for the coating to come up as you wear that piece. Ours doesn't, not at all. Doesn't move, and it's not because it's not just dipped in. It's a proper coating of rose gold.
Just to let you know, started off with around 400 of these. And that's why we've done a silly price on them, essentially. So what a great way to wake up. What a great way to wake up for in the morning, to get yourself ready and raring to go. I think that's a really, really good one. I hope you're having a lovely morning. If you've just tuned in, you've missed quite a bit of clearance, but don't worry, we are carrying it on. Don't forget, though, today is our last day of clearance. So you want to get your hands on things like this. What a great start to the morning this will be. I had a really weird start to the morning this morning, I'll be honest. I got into, because I stay in a hotel when I'm over here, because obviously I live in Cheshire, so it's a long drive if I was driving up every night and every morning, and particularly for the morning show. And this morning, I walked into the corridor, got into the lift, and you know how the lift doors open and there's like a mirror in front of you? I was in so much of a daze that there was this person stood behind me, and I didn't realise the doors just opened and this mirror was there, and I just went, ah! out loud. So that was really embarrassing. And then it was even more embarrassing because it was a little child doing this, and I realised it was a poster. So I screamed audibly at a poster that was just creepily behind me. That was really creepy.
I apologised to myself in a well-known supermarket because there was a mirror. And I said, excuse me, I'm Ruth, sorry, it was me. Thought I was in the way of someone, but it is easily done though, isn't it?
It's really easily done.
Yeah.
Really easily done.
There was nobody around at that time in the morning.
No, exactly.
To see you.
Yeah, but there are cameras, so there's just me going, and then looking behind at this poster like
huge child near your head.
Yeah, it was just the way that it was there, like, shh, it was creepy, as you like. Anyway, I hope the start of your morning has been a little bit more successful. These are going to go amazingly with the likes of the Morganite I've got coming up for you later on. Half an hour, that's all you've got to wait. That's all. Okay, are we going in 8 o'clock hour? Okay, I've got another kind of one of those selection boxes for you now. No, not the type that we've still got left over from Christmas.
I haven't.
Have you not?
No.
Oh, I got given loads.
Did you? I've got 3 children though, so they are like locusts.
Oh,
around
absolutely.
chocolate.
That is true. Or like Sheila. I had a piece of chocolate the other day. Now, I'm not completely over this yet. I had one of the pieces of chocolate from, you know, like a box got for Christmas.
Yeah.
But it was just one piece, so it's just one whole piece. It's almost like eating a chocolate bar.
Yeah.
You know, but not snap off bits.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was nibbling on it casually, as you do. And then I just walked over here, and Sheila just saw it with my own teeth marks in it, picked it up and started eating it. And then she went, oh, I'll leave you a bit. It was like a slither. It was like a shaving of chocolate.
I'd have been mortified.
No.
You poor chocolate.
I know, exactly.
I
know. It's all right, it's Sheila. We love her. Yeah. We absolutely love her. If it was anyone else, I'd have been very upset. But Sheila, you just can't. I've got for you here a massive amount of your toggle clasps. Now, Just to let you know, my quantity, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a decent amount of these, and for that reason, the price we're about to do is something unseen, something unheard of, and something that is not to be repeated. Oh, sorry. This is an absolute clearance deal that I've got here for you. Now, as you can see, I've got a trio kind of connectors, as it were. Come back, you are a mischievous one. Stop it, you're making me look silly. Oh, gosh, come here. Yes, I do realise that speaking to a toggle clasp is probably making me look more silly. I've got for you a big, different collection of these, and how great do these go with those jump rings I brought to you earlier on, that one in the other Matrix box. Really beautifully, don't they?
And you always need clasps. Oh, the amount of times I've done a piece and I've not had a clasp left and I could cry. It's in the big box of doom.
Oh, love that, the big box of doom. There is a mammoth different variety and different selection. And the great thing with these is you have the extender, as it were, toggle. So if you wanted to make something extendable, you could leave all 3 loops on, which isn't anything I've seen outside of this collection before. But of course, if you don't want the extender on your toggle clasp, just use the one toggle as you normally would, and then you've got the 2 links in there. Now, those could be used in earrings, those could be used in a lariat style necklace, those could be used for even the bases of other gemstones. So there's a big amount of treats you could do with these. I'll show you each of the designs, and then just to let you know that you get them in 3 different colours. So I'll show you the designs here. So you get the really large slight twisted jump rings. You get the over twisted with almost like a gizmo detail. You get these ones which are like chain-like. You get kind of the plectrum shapes or the trillion shapes. All do the same job. You get that kind of Aztec design, which I really adore. You get some daintier ones as well. And then you get your more plain ones. Now, these are fab, aren't they? Because how often do you get an extendable toggle clasp? You don't, do you? You don't get an extendable toggle clasp that I've seen before. You get extended chains, don't you? But then you have to use a lobster claw clasp. I, apart from these, have not seen an extendable toggle clasp before. So if you want, you know, a smaller fit, you could go into the first hole, medium size or a large size for whatever size wrist. Now that's great if you're gifting to someone, you don't know the size of their wrist, for example. Another great thing with these ones is you have then got the 2 areas, haven't you? Now, I'm going to show you that you've got the different designs, the different colours on these as well. Let me show you the plectrum ones, just because they're the easiest ones to identify. So, I've got the silver colouring in these. Now, these all the same designs. You get 2 of each in each colour. So, you get those colours, the rose gold and the gold. Every single one of these is genuinely plated. Can I just point that out to you? And like I say, you get 2 of each. So you get 2 of the gold, 2 of the rose gold, 2 of the silver in each of the designs. Matrix collection. The price we're about to do is going to baffle. This has never ever been seen before in the history of its lifetime. We are going to a whole different level of ridiculousness now. Your price point on this has been £29.95. Recently, though, it was dropped in price. It was dropped in price to £19.95, but £29.95's been its price. Then someone's probably gone £29.95 and kind of gone, oh, we'll kind of drop it down, you know, £30, let's drop it down to a random number. So we have. We're probably taking a specific percentage off. So that's the price if you wanted to go on the website now and you went and got it. Original price, £29.95. Today, £11.95 for every single one of you. Yeah, even you checked out ages ago in Surrey and Trahasu? Oh, I don't know. Greater London, Essex, all of you people who checked out first, you are getting a serious treat. Fleur's just sat shaking her head.
I am, because that's not just a toggle clasp. You can take the bottom section off and use that as a connector or as a bail for a pendant. Set it into your resin, your polymer clay, you know, all those kind of mediums. So you get so much. You could have earrings, you know, because you've got 2 of each. So take the very bottom connector off, so you've got like a two-way extender.
Like that, yeah.
That's it. And then just take the bottom one off and use that in other jewellery mediums. And your cufflinks as well, because you've got your T-bars for your cufflinks.
Absolutely. There's so much you can do with this. If you already know, if you're making for yourself and you know actually, well, I want my necklace to be this length, well, then you only need to use this section of the toggle clasp. The great thing about having the extendable toggle clasp, which again, I've not seen before outside of here, is you can create different looks, or if you're gifting to someone you don't quite know, say, their wrist size, then that's perfect. But if you're making for yourself, just use the top two. You've got the opportunity to do pairs of earrings there. You've got the opportunity to do your lariat style necklaces there, because sometimes if you're making a lariat style, and when I say that, what I mean is you have the loop, and then to do that, say at the front, and to have the clasp at the connector, you kind of have maybe a draper chain or something going through, or some gemstones as a stopper. And sometimes if you want to do that design, you've actually just got leftover T-bars, and maybe you don't make cufflinks for one reason or another. Maybe that's not your thing. With this, it's made for that, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So you've got like two necklaces in one.
You really have. You really, really have loads of you in for this. How many? 64 in baskets. Now, if someone wanted to work these kind of with the likes of your chainmail, how would you suggest it be done?
So obviously you can use your chainmail, use it with your chainmail as in a clasp as itself. But if you wanted to take the bottom section off, like what we've just been saying, very similar to the first kit when we had those beautiful big jump rings in there, the twisted jump rings, use them as connectors, use them as features. You can actually use them in your chainmail. So if you've got the other matrix box with the twisted jump rings, you could chainmail up to it with those beautiful small 6mm twisted jump rings, and then have that as a centre section that you can hold a pendant with, or you can just have it as like a choker style. There's so many different ways you could use them with your chainmail. They are fabulous. And like with chainmail, it's very difficult to extend it. If you have put a toggle clasp on, if you've got an S-clasp, you can sort of like hook it into the, a bit further along the chain. But with these extendable toggle clasps, even better, because it opens it up. And you don't have that awful moment of trying to remember the weave and someone is asked to make it a little bit longer or a little bit shorter. If you're at a craft sale, and it's the most awfulest thing in the world to stand there and think, I can't remember how I did that weave. So with these, it's going to fit a lot more people.
Because I suppose if you do that, you have to do that. I promise I did make this.
Yeah.
But it could look like you haven't for a moment or two. So this kind of saves you that embarrassment, the red-faced moment. Now, as you can see, I've got 120 of these left over now. Massive amount of them gone. But I just want to let you know that we do have around about 60 in baskets still. And there are people on the phone lines. We'll be with you to answer your phone. Really cool. Hey, Carol, saying good morning, beautiful ladies and Fab Crew. Fab Crew, how are we doing this morning? How are you doing, Kerry? What? All right. I'm all right. Ollie, how are you doing? Oh, he's hands in the air like you just don't care. Dee, how are you feeling this morning? She's waking up a little bit. And Cass, how are you feeling? I'm good. Yeah, I love that. She's in a cracking mood today. Got mine, Becky. Was not going to miss these. They are fab. Oh, good. I'm glad you're not missing them.
I would be getting 2 boxes because I've never seen them before. And I wouldn't want them to run out. I'd want to have a lot more, so I would definitely be getting 2.
Yeah. It's phenomenal that you've got your opportunity to get these, and good on you, and thank you very much for getting in touch with us. Feel free to keep those texts coming in, 60777, start text with the JM Studio. That way it wings its way to us, and again, you get absolutely loads of these. Let me just show you them in the box, obviously. Oh, satisfying.com. Obviously, let me just show you at the back. There we go. This is kind of, obviously I've taken out all the silver ones, but that's what we're looking at here. And you do get the box with these as well. We haven't just stored it like this to make it easier for ourselves. These will come to you as well. So you can use these for loads and loads of different things. Really phenomenal. It's really wonderful.
Can't put your sandwiches in that one.
I wonder if you could freeze this.
Yeah, but, well, I don't know.
Do you reckon you could?
Yeah, because it's that tough number 5, isn't it, again? So probably. But you could.
Leftover wine you're meant to put in ice cube trays.
I didn't think wine froze because it's got alcohol in it.
It's not a high enough content.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you're meant to put them in ice cube trays and then you can use them in like stews.
Do you have leftover wine, do you?
I'll be honest, not that often. Hello to Carol again. She said, too good a deal, Becky. I did 2 more, so I've got 3. Good on you, Carol. Good. Thank you very much for getting in touch with us. Oh, you're right, though. It is so much of a good a deal. It's such a great deal that you do have to get your hands on it whilst you can. You really do at deals like that. 77 left of these ones. I've got loads of treats coming up for you today, which are going to go great with these. Leftover wine? Well, I've heard it happen somewhere, Mrs. Christmas. I've heard that there is such a thing. Okay, everyone. The 9mm jump rings. Oh, box number 15. That's where I put them back. Have a little look at these jump rings as well. This is just a quick reminder of the 9mm jump rings we did for you earlier on. These were the sterling silver ones. 20 pieces of them. We took them to just £4.95. It was over 3 grams worth of precious metal, if you can believe that. It was. So do treat yourself to those ones whilst you have the opportunity, because you know, we're doing deals like that as part of your clearance today. So if you want them, just get yourself on those phone lines. Okay, folks, I'll pop them there. I'll sort that out in a minute. Okay, folks. I'm going now in the 8 o'clock hour to bring you some more jump rings. Now, these ones are, they're sterling silver. They're the patterned ones, not patterned, shaped ones. Now, these I know that you really like working with, don't you?
I love working with these ones, yeah. These are fabulous because I think they give you such a different look to your chainmail again, and I love the shapes. I just think are these the ones with the little small ones in the corner?
The which ones?
The little tiny ones, are they?
Oh, they're so cute. Yeah, yeah, come here.
Those ones are perfect if you're working with sterling silver chains, because you've got a nice small jump ring to finish off your chain. You don't want a big jump ring to make it look like disjointed.
No. Now, these ones are beautiful. The amount of different shapes you get, such as your hexagonal, such as your oblong. Is oblong the right word? It is, isn't it? Oblong, rectangle. Is that it? Oblong. I just like the word oblong. You've also got in here your ovals, your pairs. The pairs, by the way, are a 7x9. You've got the ovals in different sizes, and of course the circles. And you've got 8mm in those ones, and then the dinky ones are just 4mm. So those are the ones that Fleur was saying would be great for the chain. You've got really gorgeous cut and close on these, every single one of them finished. And actually, they're not finished at the corners of the shapes, are they, Fleur?
No, they're finished on the sides, so they're stronger. And the metal weight that are in these are a lot thicker. They're very, very heavy-duty jump rings. These are fabulous jump rings. I think I've got about 15 of these boxes, and I use them all the time. I use them just for simple Mobius rings, because the different shapes, they angle out and they look like beautiful, like a bit like the starburst behind you. They look a little bit like that. But no, they are fabulous, fabulous additions, even if you're not into your chainmail. You know, just for your adding on to your pinch bails and adding on to your pendants.
I'm about to bring you, just to let everyone know as well, if you're looking at these little black bits and you're thinking, hey, what are they? These are anti-tarnish strips, just to let you know. Keep them in there, they'll make sure that your silver stays nice and shiny. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there should have been price on this. The price this has been $15.95. Then we took it to $11.95, because we're just like that. Then, someone again who loves a weird number took it to $7.97. Now already, from $15.95, that is a ridiculous, ridiculous price drop. This is way more.
You can't buy the sterling silver in wire form to make those.
Nope. No, you can't. Would anybody like to get some sterling silver and from the original price that we put back in your pocket, a absolutely whopping £10.95?
I'm going home.
Well,
again.
Please don't. That is astonishing. That is absolutely astonishing price point.
With our second kit, these would work alongside the second kit.
Do you mind actually if I show that necklace, that really, really simple necklace that's on the black bust right near Fleur? This is just a few jump rings. Now that is just a 3 set of your jump rings, of Mobius rings, in the 2 different colours. You can make that with the different shapes. And how much would you be selling that for?
That one, I think, would be about between £35 and £40 because it's pure sterling silver with 9 carat gold on some of them. But again, if it was just pure sterling silver, about the same price, 35.
Yeah. So that necklace would be selling for not using even a full box of these for about £35 to £40. And actually, we, you know, quite rightly, I'd say, said it reminded us of a very well-known, you know, brand, let's say, that does similar pieces to this.
It's like sorry.
Go on.
Just the chain earrings there. You've just got, you know, just a jump ring at the top and then just little bits of chain that have been left over with the different shapes.
In total silver. That's just astonishing, isn't it? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I've got 40 of these. You know, it says approximately 35 on that detail. I've got, that photo's correct, and I've got 5 in here of each as well. So it is an approximate. It's approximately 35 and approximately 40. I'm going to guess that we're getting around 40. Now, that price point, the £15.95 price point is silly. The £15.95 already was silly because there's 8 grams worth of precious metal on this. So realistically, that's a mammoth amount. You know, your average ring weight in an engagement ring, you're looking at around about 3.02 approximately. So realistically, you've got a mammoth amount here of precious metal. And the fact of the matter is, with this, that at £15.95, it was a great deal. Because I personally have never seen a sterling silver simple band, you know, with 2-3 grams worth of precious metal at 15, 16 pounds. The price we've taken to it now, that is silly deal. And we started off with almost 1,000. That's why we did a silly price. We want to do clearance on it. It's just silly, isn't it? Dion, quite rightly, said they shouldn't give me things like this. And they shouldn't. Sometimes we'll get, obviously our producers put into the schedule what they want to show on that day, but a lot of the time, you know, managers will pop some things in, you know, this wasn't meant to be a clearance, would be my guess, Dion. But Dion looked at quantity and went, it's a clearance show, let's see if we can clear it. Because Dion loves a challenge. She loves a challenge, she really does. Fleur, this is a special deal, isn't it?
Very special deal. The triangles that are on there are like a pinch bail. You know, if you had a top drill drop.
Yes.
It's got a larger drill hole through it, so a larger gemstone, like a beautiful agate or a quartz that's got a top drill. Because of the way that it's cut, you can use it as a pinch bail. So you've actually got bails in there as well. But to make these yourself, you'd have to buy all the mandrels in those shapes, which would cost you a fair bit of money. The sterling silver itself would cost you a lot of money to make it. And you wouldn't get these precision cuts like this.
No.
As we've found out, you know, people finding it difficult to cut their own and get the precision cuts. Yeah, I'd be getting at least 4 of those, at least 4. And then I'd have 20 in each design.
In each design.
Like I say, I've got about 11 of these at home, and I use them all in different ways. I use them sometimes for earrings, and I use little small ones, like we said, for ends of chains. They're so versatile,
It's just astonishing.
It is.
I can't get over this. Well done to everyone who got this. Really well done to you all. I think at the £15.95, that was a good price point. At £5, that is silly. Now, I just need to make you aware that I've actually got less than 200 of these. I know that says 353. But actually, for the amount of people who've multi-bought, the multi-buyers are excessive, and good on you, absolutely. But the amount of people multi-buying, it takes ages for that purple number to catch up. So it is more like 200. Okay, so do get your hands on these whilst you have the opportunity to do so, and don't forget they are sterling silver. So I have got some amazing gems that can go with these for you, such as your stunning morganite is going to go great, and you want that status as well, don't you? Really,
you do. I think that's the deal of the century.
Do you?
I really do. Just because I know how versatile they are and how much silver is in each one. I think that is the most amazing deal ever.
Yeah, Ever.
Ever.
Forever, ever. Hello, just bought a lovely little storage box for £5. Oh, what a shame. It had 40 silver jump rings in it too. Actually, I got 3. I love that. Do you know what? You're right though.
Yeah.
Nice little storage box.
Yeah.
Lovely jubbly.
Yeah.
But to have all of that silver in as well. Shazza, Dion, my lovely. Also, silver goes with, goes just fab with anything. Blue! Love always. It does go with great blue things, such as sapphire. This was in your weekly email, this one. Oh, you know I can't say this place. Question from Midlothian. Ow? Midlothian. I don't know why I can't do it. Now my earpiece is falling out. It's all going wrong today. These are the links that I was wondering about soldering or gluing. Oh, good. For semi-precious stones, I don't want the links to open. Good question.
Yeah, they won't open these ones unless they're really, really pulled hard. And every piece of jewellery must have a breakable part in it, built into it somewhere, because if it did get caught in a door, you wouldn't want that bracelet to break, say, or a necklace to break. Everything must have a breakable part. And with chainmail especially, it's very strong, it's very sturdy, so the breakable part is near the clasp. But with these, where they cut, because they're cut on a straight edge, as it sits, say the hexagonal ones, as they sit, the chain and the beading thread will sit in one of the angles and nowhere near one of the actual cuts in the jump ring. Okay. So they are a lot better. If you were to glue it, then you would see the glue. You'd definitely see it. But if you just wiggle it backwards and forwards together, it will go back together as flush as it did when you got it out of the box.
Okay. And so I hope that helps. Stephanie's got another one. You could link all the jump rings together and make a beautiful bracelet.
I did a bracelet last year like that, and it just like a little charm bracelet, linked them all together, all the different shapes. Looks really, really sweet. And for £5, because you get a bracelet length and a little bit left over.
I'm sorry, that has sold out. I'm sorry. Someone's just asked, can you make a towel flower with the hexagonals?
No, they have to have a 7mm inner diameter at least for a towel flower.
Okay. I hope that helps you.
But you can with the 9mm sterling silver ones. Yeah. Before, the 20.
Yeah, I know
you can make a towel flower with.
You can with those. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to bring you something special. You've waited and waited. It is time for the Morganite. This is your star by. The richness and intensity on this is absolutely astonishing. Now and again we get the opportunity to bring you sensational gemstones. Now and again I get that astonishing opportunity to be able to bring you some of the biggest names in the gemstone world. Sometimes I'm actually really lucky because I get to bring you gemstones that I know that only you connoisseurs know about. Sometimes I get to bring you gemstones that I know, as someone who works here, that actually previous to working here, there's certain gemstones I wouldn't have known about. And now I know about a lot and I love so much, and I've got to say this is one of those gemstones. I hadn't actually heard of Morganite before I began working here. I'd seen it in pieces, but I didn't actually know anything about it. This gemstone has so much status and so much prestige, and it genuinely has been used by some of the most advanced, let's say, jewellery houses in the world. This, ladies and gentlemen, is your Morganite. It was discovered relatively recently, I suppose, 1910. It was discovered in Madagascar. And what you get with this gemstone is such a pure, delicate, feminine pink tone. This is the type of gemstone that really gives that wonderful kind of delicate appeal. It's the type of gemstone that you can wear every single day because of the strength of this. It really is up there on the Mohs scale. It's got an 8 on the Mohs scale. So it's a really strong sturdy gemstone, but it's the type of gemstone you can wear every single day, and it's not over the top, it's not too much in your face, it's not screaming and shouting and yelling about its own status. It's just there. Confident in its own presence, confident with its own power, and happy in its own beauty. This isn't one of those gemstones that, by the looks of things, will steal the spotlight. This isn't one of those gemstones that is going to look crass, over the top, even absurd at times. This isn't one of those gemstones. This gemstone, though, in its status, does have that kind of notoriety. It is one of those that when other connoisseurs see you in this, they will know that you've got that edge. They will know that you know your gemstones. They will know that you know exactly what you're working with. And that's what I love about this. It doesn't scream and shout and, you know, yeah, look at me, look at me. But it is one of those that those in the know can really appreciate how astonishingly rare, how astonishingly famed in the gemstone world, and how astonishingly kind of historic this gemstone is. It is a stunning saturation I have on this strand, I've got to say. It's not a watery tone at all, is it? It's got a really, really nice evenness to it. And for the fact that this is natural is astonishing. Natural morganite is something we very, very rarely see. I'm probably guessing a handful of times I will have seen it here at JewelleryMaker. Morganite is treated left, right and centre because it is so rare. Essentially, we want every piece to look as good as it can. So treatments will be applied to it. You know, it's not just us who treat our gemstones. Don't forget, we're transparent about our treatments. Not everyone is. It's not actually legally binding that you have to be honest about your treatments. It's at all. In fact, if you go into well-known stores, well-known high street stores and ask, has this been treated? A lot of the time they won't actually know. We do, because we obviously go straight to our buyers, we know. So we can be open and transparent, but it's not legally binding. A lot of morganite in the trade and on the high street, etc., will have been treated. This one isn't, and that truly is something very, very individual. Now, the status of this gem is something else. The status of this gem is something not to be ignored. And what I will say is, what I have here is one of the biggest statement beryls of our time. It is one of the most perfectly formed morganites I've ever seen. We don't get morganite on often at all, and when we do, like yesterday, it's in nugget form. The craftsmanship is there, the saturation is there, the notoriety is there, the strength is there. The fact of the matter is, the price is not there. We're taking this down even though it's brand spanking new. I have to let you know this is a premier price point only. I cannot guarantee that this price will be seen again. I simply can't. I'm not allowed to do that. All I'm saying is this is your premier price point today. Right here, right now is the price you will pay on that one. I've got people who've been multi-buying on this at that initial price point. And actually now I'm expecting another one to be added to the baskets because do you know what? The statement on this is absolutely astonishing. It really, really, really is. I've got collectors here and I'll be honest, I have a feeling I've got people here who are actually buying this gemstone to sell on, either in strand form or in made-up jewellery. Because I have got people buying, and I won't say who it is just because I like to keep you all under wraps, but I have got people buying 6 of this strand. So I imagine that this is a complete guess, but I imagine that those people are buying this gemstone because maybe they have a shop, maybe they have their own company, their own business, and they know that if they buy 6 of this, and they'll be able to sell it on at a profit. Now that is a complete guess, obviously I do not know, but that would be to my mind. Or maybe they've just got 6 young, siblings in their family, maybe they've got 6 loved ones in their family and they want to be able to do, say, a bridal suite with these because it's a very bridal colour, isn't it? Perhaps that's what it's for as well. I've got to say, at that price point, ladies and gentlemen, this is a serious deal, and like I say, all of you connoisseurs, whether you're buying 1, 2 or more, you are connoisseurs, and I can tell that straight away. The fact of the matter is, with these, ladies and gentlemen, at that price point, at the original price point, that was a knock your socks off price, but at this one, that's special, isn't it?
Really special. It's just truly elegant. It's like when you see Catherine Middleton, you know that she's Duchess of, what is she? Wales.
Yeah.
Is she?
Cambridge, Wales.
Yeah. You just know that she's elegant and beautiful, and you know, this is the same. This is just, it just radiates beauty, and it radiates sophistication and luxurious, and it's just beautiful. It really is. And with it being in rounds, and I've got a strand at home which is in nugget form, and I love it, and I've been waiting for something really special just for my nuggets, but to be able to get it into 6mm rounds, and I was saying before, perfect for your chainmail, but also brilliant if you want to pearl knot in between. Can you imagine pearl knotting with a beautiful pearl and like just interspacing them out with pearls? Be really lovely. And the colour, I've never seen a gemstone this colour before.
Can I just say, I'm sorry, I've just counted these up. I've got, now obviously this is dependent on your strand, but I've just counted up on mine 35. That means it's working out about £1 each. For a morganite, that is ridiculous. That is astonishing. On a natural morganite, oh my gosh.
What you've saved on my two favourite things, the purple strand and the sterling silver jump rings, what you've saved on those two, you could treat yourself to the morganite.
Treat yourself to the morganite, absolutely. And look how well it goes, don't you think?
Beautiful with that.
I love those together. That juxtaposition in obviously the colour, but the texture, just something special. But the status is there for both. Coming up very, very shortly for you indeed. In fact, it's coming up after a break, and we are about to head over to that. Can I just say, if everybody checked out their basket now, I would have about 3 of this left. It wasn't something we were able to buy hundreds of because the rarity is there, and yeah, we have buying power, but we can only kind of work with what we've got. So please do check out those baskets. You're not going to see this at a price like that any, you know, I can't guarantee that price will stick. I really can't. So do check it out, and good luck to every single one of you. If you do want this, good luck to you. I've got my fingers crossed. Okay, everybody, we're going to head over to a break. After the break, more inspiration, more deals, and that sapphire. I'll see you in a bit. Dad?
Did you know when you book on a Jewellery Maker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre. There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
Do you want to tell everyone about the great purchase you've made from Jewellery Maker? Do you want to shout about the great service you've received? Then why not download the Jewellery Maker's Viewer's Voice app, available for iPhone or Android, and record a video that could be played on Jewellery Maker. Simply search Jewellery Maker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download our Viewer's Voice app straight to your phone or tablet. You can record as many videos as you like and send them straight to us here at Jewellery Maker. All you have to do is then carry on watching us as usual and wait for your video to be played. Download the JM Viewers Voice app and you could be the next face we see here on Jewellery Maker.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker, Ivy House, Henley Road, Outhill, Studley, B807DU. Get making and good luck. are live every day from 8 AM to 9 PM. So come and join in and get creating with JewelleryMaker.
It is so special to have this. You know, we were talking about, well, in fact, you and I, in that break, if you don't mind me saying, were just chatting about different locations of gemstones, weren't we?
Yeah, we were, yeah.
We were actually talking about different locations for the likes of your conzite and the types of your morganite, and we were talking about the different locations for the types of your emerald. And we were talking about how essentially different locations can come in and out of fashion. So for example, with the likes of your emerald, obviously Brazilian emerald was big for a very long time. And then promotion kind of went more and more into the aspect of the Zambian because of its beautiful colour. And then the Colombian emerald really came into fashion because everyone was loving its clarity. Well, Zambian emerald now in the gem world is taking more of a stance, taking more of a status because of that richness and trueness of colour. And it really does change, and it varies on gemstone status and the marriage in which it has and the way in which it's viewed by kind of the general public. This gemstone from this location ignores all of that because do you know what? Pretty much forever, Burma has always been the place to get your amazing blue sapphire. This is your Burmese sapphire, ladies and gentlemen, and I have to say the quality of it is phenomenal. When you think of your Burmese sapphire, things that will come into your mind is probably the like of your Kashmir sapphire, I bet. Does kind of the Sri Lankan, you know, blue star sapphire kind of come into your mind as well? Obviously, recently selling for £100,000. Do those kind of notes come into your mind? Because for me, it does. When I think of a Burmese sapphire, I think of something I read a couple of weeks ago that basically a Kashmir and a Burmese sapphire, there was 4 of them put together in an auction. One piece from that auction sold at $2.3 million, tiny 2-carat piece. That was it, sold for that status. But that's because when you think of your sapphire, you think of those notoriety places, you think of those locations. This is genuine, real deal Burmese sapphire, and what Burmese sapphire gives us, it does give us status, which is what we look for now and again, isn't it? In gemstone jewellery, we look for status, but also what we look for is a trueness of colour, and the colour is absolutely true on this, isn't it? You really do have every single aspect of that, whether that be that idyllic tone looking around a 60, what did you say, 50-60% around. You've got that beautiful hue, of course, the blue just banding across this, and then you've got that stunning saturation point along a lot of these as well. So you're ticking off every single box in that colour aspect that you could wish to. The fact of the matter is that when I have that status, when I have that location, when I have those 3 trueness elements, well, essentially, I've got to be looking at a big price tag. But it deserves it. When you have pieces like this, it deserves that status, it deserves that notoriety, doesn't it, Fleur?
It does, it really does, yeah, you do. It's, and it's definitely, this one I'll be printing out the authenticity card just to show people and then educate people as well, like you've just been saying, you know, little bits about where it comes from and how high end and what a you know, a favoured place it is to get this sapphire from.
It is an important note to make, by the way, that this as a sapphire has no chance of being dropped in price. It has no need to be dropped in price, and I do say need because we are going to, but there is absolutely no need for us to do this. The only reason we're doing this really is because we're in our clearance weekend. We want to give you some treats, although we don't have to make everything clearance. We kind of wanted to on the morning show, I'll be honest. We've been doing silly deals, silly prices. So we are going to drop the price of this, and it's happening now. People who've already bought 2 of these, everybody pays the final closing price on this, okay? Now, web bidders, I'm giving you your opportunity first, okay? This is first come, first serve. I'm giving you your opportunity first because I've got enough for the telephone bidders too. But what you need to do, web bidders, is you can see the price now. The telephone bidders are hot on your heels. They're actually, I've actually already got interest there. I've got people going, okay, the web bidders are seeing the price. I want to know what the price is as well. Hot on the heels of you right now. This is the one that you've seen in your weekly emails. This is the one that we've enjoyed and we've been kind of hoping and looking forward to. This with the Morganite is amazing, absolutely jam. When I showed it you before, it looks stunning. Do you want to see it again? Because it does, it looks phenomenal. Okay, web bidders, now you're clicking on, and you're clicking that out of your baskets. Everybody who bought one, you know, everyone who's already bought one well, actually loads of people adding quite a few more to their baskets. I've got multi-bidders on this one. Now, everybody who's already purchased one earlier before that price drop, you lovely ladies and gentlemen, everybody pays that final closing price. Now, you've got a 5-second countdown now because I'm about to bring that price in. All the web bidders, you better be checking out because those telephone bidders are hot on your heels. You've got to be in it to win it. You ready for this? Burmese sapphire at £21.95. That is unlike anything we've seen here before for a Burmese anything. Would you ever get a Burmese ruby for that price? I doubt it highly, let alone a Burmese sapphire. That is something very, very, very special indeed. What do you think of that, Fleur? You've kind of got a silent face, if that makes sense.
I'm just trying to work out, for under £70 I could have both of those strands. Under £70, I could have both of those strands. And that is not a £70 piece of jewellery, just with those 2 together.
No, it's not.
That is a high three figure.
Yeah.
And really needs this next kit to go with it.
It does actually, you're not wrong at all. The amount of chain I've got in this next kit and the gemstone itself actually. But I would say one of these, Morganite, 3 I would say actually on either side would be quite nice. 3 is the very delicate ones. You've got a piece there that is status. You've got a piece there which actually would have to be sold at a higher than £30 price point just for one of these and for 3 either side of that. But the fact of the matter is actually if you took the components down and you did the cost of it, it would be costing you, well, less than £2, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would be.
Yeah.
It simply would be just under £2 to make. And that is not indicative of quality at all. That is not a reflection on you know, the quality of this or the status of these gemstones at all. It's just not. The fact of the matter is, actually what you've got here is something that we've purchased at a ridiculously, amazingly good price, and we're passing that deal on to you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm over the moon for all of you. I really am. I think it's great. Telephone bidders, you did come in. You were hot on the heels, weren't you? Well done to every single one of you getting this. And Fleur is absolutely right. It goes great with the likes of her kit, which comes with this phenomenal... Oh my gosh, that actually tickles. That is such a delicate chain. Oh my gosh. That properly tickles. But that's how fluid and lovely and kind of how nicely it moves. Ooh. Well done to everyone who got their hands on this. Great deal for you. I've just been handed this by Cass. What have you handed me here, Cass? Garnet.
Gosh, they're large.
If you couldn't hear Cass then, she just did a noise like this. I really liked it. Thank you for sending this over, Cass. This is a mammoth garnet. I mean, huge. What do you think of these?
Love them. Absolutely love those. Garnet. I love making jewellery with garnet.
Pourquoi?
Because it's historic. Because you can get that beautiful, deep richness to your jewellery. So with your chainmail as well, if you've got a real historic piece, you can really make it look really luxurious with garnet and pearl. Just beautiful together.
I like that pairing.
Yeah, I love garnet and pearl. Yeah.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this garnet's coming up for you a little bit later on. Serious sparkle. I cannot wait. I'm so excited to bring you this. I'm so excited. We're going to do a showstopper for you, and I've got to say... Are we doing it now? Oh, I thought you were just saying promote it. Okay. I saw this yesterday and said to Dion, oh my gosh, I absolutely love that. I looked at the price and said, oh my gosh, I love it even more. Dion then said, you're going to really hate what I'm going to do to the price then. I love this collection. Fleur owns this collection, but I tell you, you will have paid more. It's your showstopper. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to bring you here is something absolutely epic beyond belief, and I just want to say to you already instantly, good luck. I'm giving you, honestly, I'm absolutely behind you on this. I completely, I'm just wishing you luck. I've like got my fingers, and if I could cross my toes crossed for you. I really have. What we're about to do with this is silly. What we're about to do with this is undeserved, actually, I would say. There's no thought process, it almost feels, behind this at all. All we're doing is we're doing clearance. Now, I'm going to show you these individually, and I'm so excited for this. Let me just get some of these gemstones out. First off, it is a trio of gemstones. Your first one being this, and I mean, when you look at this, that hue, it is like your Colombian hue. This is your emerald, first off. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have my call screens up on this one? Do you mind, Dee? Ladies and gentlemen, what I've got on this is something very special. See, I've already got people checking out, and I say absolutely good on you, because you're going to be knocked over, I mean bowled over, by the price. If I told you, ladies and gentlemen, that I have here in front of you a totally natural emerald in this stunning even colour, then actually you already know that that strand right there in front of your eyes quite easily could be a high-end price. This, ladies and gentlemen, here is a seriously intense, rich and saturated deal of emerald. Now, one thing I want to say to you about this gemstone, that strand that I have here is, now this is not going to be your overall price obviously, but individually, if you took these strands individually, I'm going to be bringing you this strand as part of it for under £30 for this one strand as part of it. Now, that actually is exceptional, isn't it, for the amount that I've got in here. Do you mind if I pop that should be price on? So actually, if I'm completely honest and we look at this price now, dividing that price by 3, what's that do? £22.65. So actually, I'm going to guarantee you, as part of this collection, I will take this under £20 per strand. Let me show you my next strand, if I may, because already that is phenomenal. So your next strand is your peridot. Now, can I just pop this on? I'll pop this on the side in a second. This is your peridot. This peridot, ladies and gentlemen, has got absolute eye clarity to it. Now, this is giving me a few little hints. This is giving me a few little nudges and winks. When I look at this, I am looking at an electric brilliance. I'll show you that. It's even better to see it on my hand, actually. You've got an electric brilliance, which literally, you can see it radiating out here, can't you? Now, that says to me serious quality. So already, I've taken out in my mind, for that amount of brilliance, two different locations. And then looking at the clarity on this. Now, obviously we expect and we like to get clear peridot, but at the moment in time there's lots of areas in the world that aren't giving us it. So again, that's wiping out a couple more locations for where I would get this from. And finally, the colour. Now that is that true rainforest colour that not only has the archetypal peridot green, but actually, as I rock this, you'll be able to see, has the yellows and the golds too. Can you see that? You've got the back palette of the yellow and golds. Now, bear in mind that I've got those three things there. That instantly is picking me between two main mining areas. The fact that this actually says in its location next to it, China, all I can think is this must be Shanghai. That's all I can think. Now, it's not stated as that, it's not highlighted as that, but it won't always be, in particular when it's in a collection like this. This, for me, by looking at it with my, GIA training, with all of the kind of constant, learning, constant exams that we have to take here, that is what this is saying to me. The fact that it's got that electric brilliance, it's got that very, very specific colour, and it's got that amazing clarity, on top of the fact that this is from China, that says Shanghai to me. Have you ever seen a Shanghai peridot as an individual strand, individually, at under £15? Because you're going to today. Ladies and gentlemen, you are going to today, okay? Going to be under £15 each. You ready for this? This is the next one. If you think it couldn't get better with what could be a Shanghai, I'm about to knock this out of the park. This, ladies and gentlemen, is actually the reason you bought this collection, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
You bought this collection for this strand.
Yeah, I did.
And quite rightly so, because, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the rarest gemstones in the world. So rare, in fact, that quite a few people were saying, Kerry's just said she didn't even know you could get this gemstone.
I searched our website.
Ollie searched our website, couldn't find it at all. This gemstone is exceptional. Now, I'll be honest to you, we've had this gem for a bit of time, but this gemstone actually is from a relatively new source. This, ladies and gentlemen, is your green apatite. Now, this is from a new location. It's from your Antisera Bay. Now, Antisera Bay is a location which is relatively new. I think it was kind of discovered, about 5-6 years ago, really. We got a large amount. We got our first ordering from it, actually, in 2014 as a company. But this location, it's a gorgeous little location. You should have a look at photos of it. It's just beautiful. It's kind of quite a rural area, but it's really beautiful. And it's got a very similar climate to us here in the UK, actually, but it's this area that's kind of built up in the centre, but then very mountainous around the outside. So location has around 5,000 rickshaws just in this one tiny little area. So it's quite a kind of bustling location. And this gemstone was found essentially by accident, and they weren't entirely completely sure exactly what it was. But you get this gemstone because in this area you also get these kind of hot springs, these natural hot springs, and they believe that it's due to that kind of very unusual location, due to the kind of atmosphere in that area with these hot springs, that gives you this unique and individual gemstone. And like I say, it's a very relatively new location in which we found this, and what you get from that location is you do get a stunning clarity which many gem collectors would say they haven't seen before this was discovered. I should never be able to say what I'm about to say, but I'm going to be bringing you deep, rich, saturated African emerald. I'm going to be bringing you stunning clarity, possibly Shanghai peridot, and I'm going to be bringing you one of our latest discoveries, possibly only seen once or twice before on JewelleryMaker, green apatite, and I'm going to bring it for under £45. £29.95 for you today. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know I said to you about the emerald, and I could actually bring you the emerald as part of this selection, under £30. I did, didn't I? I said under £30 you could get each of these, yeah. And then I brought that price and I brought that peridot in, and I said to you, actually, do you know what? I can bring these to you, actually, if I'm honest, at under £20 per strand, didn't I? Yeah, actually what I meant was under £10 per strand for emerald with that saturation, for peridot, that Shanghai-esque peridot, and for that wonderful, wonderful green apatite. Fleur is looking absolutely fuming. Ollie there for moral support. That is special, special deal.
Don't know what to say. Don't know what to say. All I can say is I would pay $67.95 for that collection again that I've got at home.
Yes.
And it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same collection, but I would pay $67.95. So to be able to get two near enough for that, that's amazing.
That is astonishing.
And I bought it purely for that apatite because I'd never seen it before, and I am becoming more of a geek with my gemstones as well now, and just to have that in my collection, and it is beautiful, and the peridot is amazing, and the emerald, I mean, you'd pay for the emerald £30, wouldn't you?
Easily. Dion's just I love you with all my heart, but you're a bit slow today, aren't you, Petal? That extra hour that you had to get up, it's just pushed you to the edge a bit. I know, I can tell, because she's just gone. Because it's just gone, oh, actually, couldn't you get 2 of these and it'd still be lower in price than it originally was? She went, oh, yeah. Why did I do that?
And your postage.
And your postage
as
you've got
well.
your postage wax in there too.
And you could
that's
have
it.
a sterling silver jump ring matrix box.
Yeah, collection.
For £5.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Honestly, that deal is so silly. Got mine. I just bought it. Thought it would finish at £45 minimum. We outdid it, and I promised you, didn't I? I told you right at the start of the show that this was going to go to a price that genuinely it shouldn't ever be. Can I ask you, how many of you at home actually own green apatite? How many of you? I bet it's a handful. I bet it's a tiny percentage. Tiny percentage of you, I really do. Hello, Mrs. Christmas. She's saying, just went to feed the reindeers and came back, looked at the price. Is it right? You want to bet your candy canes it is, Mrs. Christmas. Honestly, yeah. Well, it's not. It's not right. It's
far from right.
Well, yeah, exactly. That is way better than staff cost. Fleur, do you want me to get these for you? Now, we have got a fair few of them. We might have some left over.
Yeah, I've got some at home, so I'm all right for a minute. But if there is one left over, then I will get one at the end.
Yeah.
Thank you, though.
Because we have got a couple of hundred, and that's why I've been able to do that silly price. We started off with bang on the nose of 200. We're now down to, well, ignore that. Obviously, that's just catching up. A very, very, very stunning collection, and I've got to say, it's got to be one of the most workable selections of colours.
I was just about to say, and the sizes. So workable in the sizes as well. And the reason I bought it originally is because they're unfaceted as well, and I love unfaceted gemstones because historically wise they weren't faceted, so with your emerald and that, it was perfect for me. And like I say, that green apatite is just something else. It's just so stunning.
It really is just. I'm so happy for every single one of you. I really am. I did try and give you a heads up early, so I'm so sorry. People are going to miss out, and I am aware of that. But I just want to say that for everyone who instantly knew that this was something special and instantly came in and bought it and knew that I was going to, stand up to my word and say, listen, this is a serious showstopper deal. Thank you all very much for coming in. And, I do appreciate it. And well done to you now, because I tell you what, people are going loop-de-loop for this one now. Hello, Gillian. You are all completely bonkers. Love it. Never been called bonkers before.
No?
Have you?
You're beautiful with the sapphire. Yeah, quite a few times I've been called bonkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it when people work around bonkers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, you're so quirky.
Yeah.
Bonkers.
Yeah, you really mean with bonkers.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So, yeah, you're so individual. Yeah. You're a sandwich short of a picnic, you, aren't you? I love those sort of things. Love that. Thanks. Yeah. We do like to be a little bit unusual. Hey, Carol. I got one before the price came in, just in Dion's Fab Deals, but wow, just added a second one. Thanks, Dee. That was really weird, the way you said that then. She just went, good. Like she was going to do an evil cackle at the end. Well done to everyone who got those ones. Great with the sapphire, as we said. Okay, it's time for the kit now, everyone. Just well done to everyone. Well done to you all. I'm absolutely over the moon for you. Okay, kit now. Kit time. I've really quickly got to get through this because I've got 3 parts to this. Now, there's a lot to get in. There's a lot to treat yourselves to. The reason we've split it up is because there's individual sections, some of which you might want, some of which you don't want. I'm going to bring to you first the jump rings. Now, we'll bring to you the silver and the gold collection. Like I say, 3 parts to this. Come in quickly and get them whilst you can. Some of them are quite low in stock. 50 of each one, and they are $9.25. Actually, it's a lie. I've got 100 of each one because we've got 2 packs and doubled them up in each colour. So you've got 200 of your silver and your gold-plated sterling silver as well. Both of these are 6mm, as we've already discussed. Very, very workable size to get your hands on indeed. Beautiful cut on these, almost seamless, I gotta say, and really, really stunning quality with that shine, with that luster. These are the ones that I showed you earlier on that necklace that Fleur created, you know, where she just got a selection of these together on that beautiful chain. Really stunning high-end look. We're going to do you a special price point. We're rolling it down for you today. Your price point for 200, just £24.95. What do you think of that, please, Fleur?
Again, you can't buy the wire to even attempt to make them yourself for that price. 7mm are absolutely brilliant size, and because you've got precious metal and 200 precious metal jump rings, that's a lot of jump rings to go out. I mean, I've made all these pieces and quite a lot of them have got, I think there's only one that hasn't got any jump rings in it. The rest of them have all got jump rings in.
Big, big, big amount of that one. Mammoth.
Huge amount.
It's really, really astonishing. I love that weave that you've got there as well. We're actually going to be learning how to create that and another little technique as well later on. Just phenomenal that I've got here for you. Really special. $24.95 on these ones. And just look at that sparkle and twinkle. I mean, if you were to make your own, it'd be much harder, wouldn't it?
Much harder, yeah, and you'd lose a lot of the wire as well. So like we said before, you'd lose the first couple of jump rings on either end of the coil. So you'd lose. And to try and find gold-plated sterling silver wire, you'd struggle to find gold-plated sterling silver wire to make them yourselves anyway. Yeah. With precious metal, I always buy made ones from here. Yeah. I don't try, because I know how much wastage can be involved in making them. And it really, and yeah, obviously wastage is costing you money and time, isn't it? That's it, yeah. Hey Sarah, good morning to you. Sarah's saying, oh my gosh, just started out as my brother, Mike, your new cameraman. Is Mike in today? He's not, no. What's he doing? Look at, he's had time off? I don't know. What? How rude, says Kerry, who's constantly on holiday. Hello, Sarah, Mike's sister. Says, so he suggested, Mike suggested that you might be good at jewellery making and you're hooked. So, you're absolutely loving it then. And it is like that, isn't it? You try something and it gets you. It does. And, you know, over Christmas, I decided I was going to have 2 days off of not making jewellery at all, and I had to lock my workshop door because I wanted to get back in on Christmas night. Yeah. I was like, please, can I just go and make a bit of jewellery? And Matt was like, I thought you were going to have 2 days off. I couldn't leave it alone. It is that addictive. It really is. I get bone ache if I don't get creative. Yeah, I like my actual bones feel all like, like that. Do you get that too? Do you get that, Fleur? Not to that extent. Not to that extent. Are you serious? I genuinely thought everybody did. Really? It properly? No? Oh my God. I think you lot are all really strange. Okay, I'm now bringing to you a collection. I thought that was definitely a thing. I've got here for you a collection of your amethyst. And the amethyst I've got is not only in strand form, but it's also in your clasp form. I've got there for you a really beautiful pairing, just look at that, with the stunning clasp in here as well. Welcome, Sarah, by the way, to the fold, you lovely lady, and really nice to have you on board. What type of jewellery making you into, Sarah? Have you got a niche yet? Have you got a thing yet?
I'd love to know. I've got for you here that sterling silver clasp that has the amethyst in the centre. Now let's have a look at the size of that. What are we looking at here? We are looking at your boss clasp and the size of the amethyst. Okay, you've got a 0.75 faceted amethyst in there. Now I'm going to just show you around this. You can see the quality of it. So you've got the actual table of the gemstone at the centre here. Sarah, this is a good one for you to know if you are looking at kind of getting into very high-end pieces like this. You've got the table section there, which is the flat area, the face of this, as it were. Beautiful smoothness. And as you look down through the table, past kind of the crown and girdle and pavilion area, down to that culet, which is the bit at the bottom, you're getting that stunning, almost star-like effect, aren't you? That's due to the cut and the quality of that amethyst. Can you see pinks, lilacs, deep rich purples as it hits the light differently? Yeah, that's quality through and through. And of course, therefore, we've paired it with sterling silver. Now, sterling silver, for, again, newbies who maybe don't know, sterling silver, 925 sterling silver, so it's 92.5% pure silver. We put the 7.5% ore in because it helps with shaping things, it helps with the sturdiness of things, amongst other things. So you've got the opportunity here to get your 925 sterling silver clasp. It states that it's 925 on the back as well. Oh, I was doing so well. And then you also get the clasp, the little locking section too, which of course goes into place, locks in. Hear it then, and it's done and dusted in place there. So that's your clasp, really beautiful, goes great with the gemstone. I've got for you yet more chain. I've got that tickly chain I brought to you earlier on that is so soft on the skin. It really is. It is fabric-esque.
It is just like fabric. It's beautiful.
You've got the really tiny, tiny links on there. Now that means that we've actually connected the extender, etc., for you to make your life much easier. You've got the extender chain. You've also got the clasp on there. So that basically is a genuine 925 sterling silver chain that we've got there. You've also getting more chain though, because actually you get chain in the likes of the findings pack that I'm bringing to you. Now the great thing with sterling silver is we're able to create wonderful, wonderful shapes with it. 925 head pins.
2 different types.
Whoa! The super duper skinny featherweight ones in 925. We hardly ever get to see these ones at all. The normal head pins we get quite often in the findings pack, but not those skinny ones. That's fab. The great thing with those is they go through tiny, tiny gemstones and really delicate chains, which is really important. The thing that I love about the silver, don't forget when we're dealing with sterling silver, you're dealing with the highest refractive index of any other metal. Your price point today on your pure splendor, Fleur doing a great impression there of a sort of frog about to. It was a. That is a shocker, isn't it?
Yeah, that clasp alone.
I love when you go all quiet and like I don't know what to say.
I can't comprehend the price
to
how much the amethyst and and that clasp.
Yeah.
I would pay that just for the amethyst and the clasp.
Oh, me too. Well, just actually, because the sterling silver findings, that's sold out, sorry. Sterling silver findings pack itself alone, sort of we're looking at 17, 18 pounds, aren't we? Usually 14, 15 pounds for the silver. Okay, and then last but by no means least, I've got the bracelets for you. The bracelets for you, I'm getting 10 in total, 5 of each design. Let me show you the designs first. You get a gold and you get a silver design. I've got 50 of these, that's it. It's rare and unusual for us to see the gold, and I've also got the silver here. I love the detail on these chains. You see how different they are, look. On this one, on the bracelet chain, you've got kind of your extended oval loop, and then you've got a smaller one holding those together. And then on this chain here, you've got those even-sized loops that are super duper delicate. Sorry, get my hands in the way. Each of these are a chain. This is going to fly out the door, apparently. You ready for this? That, for 10 of these, is absolutely silly Billy. That is astonishing. That means, ladies and gentlemen, for genuine sterling silver, and genuine sterling silver that has been enveloped in 9-carat gold, 18-carat gold with these ones, 18-carat gold, that's £2 each. Pretty much sold out, though. Sorry. Oh, Cass, you made me a brew. Gosh, you're good, aren't you? Thank you, Cass.
So how much is all 3 pieces together? Is it 60, 70 pounds?
Does anyone else do this when someone asks you a maths question and your brain's meant to go, oh, hang on, right, so that was the dessert, but your brain just goes, ooh. like dead air. That's what my brain does.
So I'm just thinking for the earrings and the necklace that are there, that's what those near enough would be. For those
How much,
two.
sorry?
You know, for the necklace with the box weave.
The necklace with the box weave and the bracelet there.
And then the earrings there
The earrings
with the little
here.
bit of box weave on the top. That's how much that would all be.
Instantly.
Yeah, and then that's the other bracelet that's in the front would be at least £50, I'm afraid, because it's just worth it and I love it.
It's under £67 for the entire kit and caboodle.
Wow.
That's so special. So special. Okay, ladies and gents, back on your screen, we're about to put some jump rings, just to let you know, because each of those elements have sold out, essentially. Apart from these little jump rings, which are in the gold and the silver, which you can see at the top of these earrings. We have still got a few of those ones left. Okay, we're going to get diving into our jump rings, because there's lots and lots to learn. Where are we starting, Fleur?
We're going to do the bracelet that's on the front. We're going to learn the chainmail sections that's on the front of the bracelet there. And it's a bracelet that sits onto the top of your hand, and then all the chains are different lengths so that it falls down and it just like waterfalls down the back of your hand.
I'm going to try that on so everyone can get an
gonna
idea
say
of it at home in a second.
Look beautiful.
So we're going to show you how to do these side bits here then.
So the two side
Wonderful.
triangles, so they're European 6-in-1, and then we're just going to reduce it down. But it takes very few jump rings and really very easy to actually do and make.
Okay.
Okay, so what I need to start with is European 6-in-1. If you imagine how it actually says in the title, every one jump ring holds 6 in place.
Okay.
Okay, so I need 6 closed jump rings onto there. Okay, so I've got 6 closed jump rings onto one open 7mm jump ring. Okay, you got it.
Oh yeah, I've got it.
Okay, so now I'm just going to lay that down, and what I'm doing is I'm laying it down so that the top, so they're all in, I've split them into 2 pairs either side. Okay, and I'm now going to push them together and let them just fall down. And this central jump ring here is facing the way that I'm actually chainmailing. So I'm right-handed, so I'm going across to my right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I've got 3 jump rings on either side. So if you're used to doing the European 4-in-1, you're used to having just 2 jump rings top and bottom. We've now just got 3. And exactly the same as your European 4-in-1, apart from you're going to collect 6 jump rings again, so each one open jump ring has to collect 6. So I'm only going to add 2 at a time for my next layer, so I've got to collect 4 out of this section. So I'm going to take the last 2 jump rings from the top, okay, and it naturally wants to sit underneath the middle jump ring, and I'm going to collect 2 jump rings from the bottom, so the last 2 jump rings, and all I've done is I've gone through the middle where they cross. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking at Becky wearing it.
Love it.
It's a little bit big for you because I've fitted it to my hand.
But I love how it sort of drapes along the side, and it gives you kind of, look at that. It's so eye-catching, isn't it?
It is. And like I say, if it was made for you, I'd make it a slightly shorter. Each chain would be slightly shorter, but it is beautiful.
Isn't it?
I love that one. Okay, so I've got my 1 jump ring in place. So I've now collected 4 jump rings, top and bottom, 2 from the top and 2 from the bottom. Before I close this one up, I'm just going to add another jump ring either side. So that's made my 6 jump rings. And close that one up. So now I've got my second middle jump ring in place. I take my next open jump ring, and what I'm looking for, because I've got 5 chains, I need 5 jump rings along the top. So as you can see there, I've already got 4 in place either side. So I only need 1 more jump ring to go in and connect in that same way. So I'm going to take the last 2 again, go through the middle of both of those 2, slide it underneath the purple jump ring that's there, and up through the bottom 2. So down through the top and up through the bottom, of collecting 2 from one side and 2 from the other. I'm now going to go ahead and just attach my last 2 jump rings and close. Get one up. So now I've got 5 jump rings top and bottom.
Okay.
But what I want to do to make this weave a little bit more stable is I'm going to add another purple jump ring just through the last 4 on this side. Okay. So I'm just going to take the last 4 jump rings, so 2 from the top, the last 2 again from the top, and the last 2 from the bottom. I'm not adding any more jump rings onto there because I don't need any more. I've got my 5 there. So I've now got 4 in the middle. But if you look at that now as a pattern, it doesn't look right because you've got a jump ring missing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over and turn it around so that that central spine is again facing the way that I'm going. So all I've done is flipped it over and turned it round so it's facing the same way. And now you can see again now, you can see where that missing jump ring is going to go. So it's just going to go in that section there. So down through the last two and up through the last two on the bottom row. So now I've got a section of 5 jump rings and 5 central spine jump rings, okay? So these are where my chains are going to come from, and this is where I'm now going to reduce down in size to make that triangle. So I'm just going to pop it up a little bit further. There we go. So on our next row, what I need to do is I need to take 1 open jump ring, and I'm going to go through the first 3. Now if I wanted to make this the same length either side, so if I wanted to make it the same width all the way down, I need 6 jump rings on there, but because I want to reduce it down, I only need 5, so I'm going to miss one off. But the first one has to go through the first 3 jump rings, okay? So it's going to go through underneath and collect the first 3 jump rings on the bottom row. So all it's done is it's slipped underneath the side, underneath the back there, and collected 3. Before I close that one, I'm going to add 2 on. So like we said before, because we're going to come down in size, we only need 5 on this first jump ring. And close that one. So now you can start to see it's starting to come down in more of an angle. Now my next open jump ring is going to go through, and it needs to collect 6. So I need these 2 at the bottom, and then 3 along the top, and then my last one to add on is my 6th one. So can you see where the gap for the 2 is there? So I'm going to come down through the gap of those 2, and then it's going to slide underneath, and it's going to go number 2, number 3, and number 4 are the ones that we're going to collect. So I've gone through number 2 and 3, so that now mirrors the same under top and bottom, but to move it along the line, I need to go through number 3 as well. I've gone through number 3, and before I close that one, I'm going to add my 6th jump ring. So I've gone 2 from the bottom, 3 from the top. It's a bit like that game. I have 2 from the bottom and 3 from the top.
Top, middle and bottom, top, middle and bottom. Where we go, where we going?
That's it. I have 2 from the bottom, 3 from the top, and then add your loose one on.
Oh no, wait, are you talking about countdown?
Yes, that's it.
Oh
yeah.
no, I'm talking about top, middle and bottom.
Oh, you're on about strike it lucky.
Strike it lucky.
That's
Yeah. You're probably too old to remember that, Fleur.
What, strike it lucky?
Yeah.
No, I do remember it. When I think it used
Carrie
to
hasn't
be
got a clue what we're talking about. I'll explain it to you later, Carrie.
It was very funny.
It was
very
a funny show.
Okay, so now I've got my last jump ring to go on. Now I'm not going to add a jump ring onto this one at all, okay? So all I'm going to collect again is 5. Like I did to start with, I'm going to collect 5 again. So I'm going to take my 2 from the bottom and then my 3 from the top. So I'm going to go through the bottom and up through my last 3 jump rings. Okay, and close that one up. So now I've got this formation, okay? So I've now got a 3 and a 3. Now to finish this off, all I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all 3 at the bottom just to bring it to a point, because if you keep coming down too much, the triangles get too long and then it gets lost, you can't see the chain. So if I just pop that up there, so all I've done with the bottom one is I've just added the jump ring through the bottom to create that triangle look. So what I did is I created 2 of those, and they're just here, so you can see in real size why we don't use the little ones to make with. So if I just pop them and face them the way that they're going to go, and then you can see with your clasp, and with the clasp I've used the small jump rings out of the findings pack to attach together, and all I would do is sit that in the middle and attach 1 jump ring to the single jump ring either side, and like I say, use the small ones out of the findings pack so it tapers it down again so they're not really big. And then off of each one you get 5 bracelets. Now these bracelet lengths are absolutely fabulous, and the chain is so lovely and open. You could actually use it for.
I love when you look at it like that.
I just think for me it's very Art Deco. It's very 1920s.
It really is.
And then if it turns round, if you spin it around, so the chain goes down your hand the other way. So if you have the chain on the top.
Oh, way up. Yes.
And then you can have it like that as well. So if it turns round, it doesn't matter
Doesn't matter
which side it's gonna. But because of the weight of the clasp, it will always sit with it on the top. It is just beautiful. I absolutely love it. And I'm not going to cut the chains now, but all I did then was I just measured the top chain that was quite tight around my wrist, and then I came out 2 links for each one. And I still had lots and lots of chain left over because I had all those clasps as well. And I used those clasps, and I've still got, I don't know where, this is the bag of what I've got left. So as you can see,
quite a few bits actually.
I've got all the clasps that I can use, and because the clasps have 2 soldered jump rings on them, you can cut one jump ring off and you've still got a jump ring.
a usable one.
To use there. So I've still got some of the gold ones there, lots of the head pins, lots of the crimp beads. But this bracelet for me is like, that's my showstopper bracelet.
I love that.
That I would have on my store, on my stand, or as a really special gift to me.
I just love it. I just love it.
It feels nice, though,
It
doesn't
feels amazing.
Yeah.
It feels so good.
Yeah.
Maxine wants to know, what size jump rings did you use for the 6-in-1?
So you can use our 7mm jump rings for the 6-in-1. You can use the 6mm jump rings, but because the gaps in between are so small, it's difficult to see where each one's going. So start with the 7mm. So the jump rings that are in this kit are absolutely perfect for that. So start with the 7mm and then work your way down. But as you can see, you're going to hardly use any jump rings. And I know we did have a few different clasps as well, so you could make this bracelet lots of times over.
Yeah, you could. Fleur, your work is so elegant, stylish, and looks bought, if you understand what I mean.
But that's the beauty of chainmail.
Yeah.
It does look, and anybody at home that's bought this kit and makes this bracelet, if we put both of ours together, you wouldn't see who'd made whose.
Absolutely.
And that's what I love about chainmail, the fact that it is just so finished so beautifully. And you know, this is what I've just done with it. I mean, the one that you're seeing now, that's a half Persian sheet. So that's one that we're going to do in the next couple of weeks. So it's a beautiful weave. All the weaves, I mean, like I say, you don't have to do anything difficult with it.
No.
Nothing difficult, because it speaks for itself, because it's precious metal, and those amethysts are beautiful.
Stunning. And that one that we've just looked at was very much an extension of kind of our previous one, isn't it?
Yes, so that's the half Persian 3-in-1, and then just made into a sheet form. And this one here now is the Byzantine weave, but instead of folding back every 3rd pair, you fold back every 2nd pair. So instead of it being a 3 lots of 2, it's 2 lots of 2, and then you've got your box weave.
So that's how we did that first demonstration. Thank you for showing us that. I am in love, and I'm sure you are too. Well done, everyone who got your hands on the kit. I'm going to quickly get another text. Fleur, show how to add a crimp and crimp bead, please.
No problem.
So how about we'll give you a couple of minutes to prep whilst we do... What? Oh, another text. Please clarify the size of the jump rings in the kit, as Fleur says use 7, but kit says 6. Lovely design.
I had 7mm jump rings in my kit. Mine were 7mm, and the ones that
the kit says 6mm, but we had the same ones as you.
Yeah, the 7mm, the ones that I got. I don't know, sorry.
It might be a typo, maybe, but. Hang on. Well, yours is 7. Have we got the other ones? If I do the comparison,
I've got another kit here as well.
Have you got another kit?
Yeah, and these are 7 as well.
So Fleur got 7 delivered to her twice. I'm wondering if it's a bit of a typo.
Yeah, I got
on
7. These are 7s.
Let's have a look. Yeah, they're exactly the same.
Yeah, I
so
got
7mm is the ones you're getting in your kit. We do apologise. It will just be a bit of a typo, because you can see these are the ones that Fleur's got, and you can see they're the exact same size. So they are 7mm in that kit. Sorry, that must just be a bit of a typo. Sorry about that. Well done to every single one of you who got your hands on all of those treats. Lots of you getting your hands on them. We're going to have a little look at how lovely Fleur will add her crimps, but before that, we'll head over to the Wall of Fame. Hello everybody, welcome to the Wall of Fame. My name's Becky, this is Fleur, and these are your designs. 1 to 5 I'm starting off with, and this one is Victoria. It says, Hello, this is Victoria G. I thought I would send these pendants I made from the Wall of Fame. I really enjoyed making them and hope you like them. All the wire from yourselves and hoping to do chainmail course. Oh. Good luck to all the Wall of Famers. Best wishes for the new year, Victoria. Victoria, thank you for those. Love the amylites and things that you've gone to work with there. 125, and yeah, get booking that course.
Yeah, I've got an experience. I've got a chainmail experience, which any course with me is an experience because I can't stop laughing. Number 128, this is beautiful. We've just been saying how amazing this is. It says, hi all at JM. I wanted to share this with you as it shows just how inspiring JM can be to all ages. This entry has been made by my 9-year-old grandson, Michael. Wow. As a Christmas present for his mum, and the only letter I had to help him with was the E. He chose Imperial Topaz and attached them himself. I'm so proud of him. His mum thought that we had bought it. Thank you to all the great products, great presenters and designers, and not forgetting all the teams behind the scene. Hugs to all, and that's Sue Dust in Cumbria, in T-Bay in Cumbria. Wow. Michael's got a real eye. Michael's got an absolute skill, and he picked Imperial Topaz. Can you work here as a guest designer at 9 years old?
Yeah, I think you should be able to. Thank you very much for sending that in. I'm not surprised you thought it was bought. That's absolutely stunning. 126 belongs to Yvette, and it says, Happy New Year! My entry is an alternative take on the Vogue trend of oddity. My daughter had a jewellery jolly for me and loved these, so bought them off me, but got me to swap over in the middle of the bottom row the heart, star heart on one ear and the star heart star on the other. All materials from JM, of course. Good luck to everyone, but fingers crossed it's me. Kind regards from Yvette. Yvette, thank you for sending that one in. I love how you've done a bit of a quirk on it.
I saw a really lovely pair of earrings and I thought that the shop had got them mixed up, and they weren't. They were a pair, but one was really long and completely different to the other one.
That's bang on trend right now. Darcy Bustle's been doing it for years. 126.
I got number 129, a stunning
Who's
pair
Darcy
of earrings.
Bustle?
Who said who's Darcy Bustle?
Kerry. Darcy Bustle, top, middle and bottom coming up in the break, okay? We're having serious words, lass.
Going back to school. And this is from Kimberley in County Durham. It says, hello to you all fab people at JewelleryMaker. This is my Wall of Fame entry this week. Earrings made from your fab gold coloured wire and earring findings. The gemstones are garnet. I have a full strand of the garnet but could only use a few of them for the earrings as I just like the look of them. The garnet were really inexpensive but still don't want to part with them. Love to you all, and that's Kimberley in County Durham. Beautiful.
And Kimberly, that's what I love, you know, that sometimes it doesn't have to be a really expensive strand for you to just love it so much.
Exactly, no. They're beautiful.
Hey, up, these are pieces like you had earlier on. 127, this is Gina Arnold. She says, I would love if the attached photo could be added to your Wall of Fame. All made from JM products, silver chain, findings, wire and rose quartz. Many thanks. And that is Gina. Well, Gina, you did get shown. Thank you very much for sending that in. Really like the pink with that silver. And I love that you've made yourself a mini suite there. 127's your number. Good luck to you. Don't forget, all entries are getting entered into a draw that will be picked out on Wednesday, and you have the chance to win £50 and £100 credited to your account. Okay, we had a text in to ask about the crimp beads.
Crimp beads. Okay, I always use crimping pliers. They come in the large toolkit as well, so if you've got a large toolkit, you'll get your crimping pliers. I find the finish is a lot better with the crimping pliers than it is with the flat nose pliers, but as I'm doing it, I'll explain which part you could do with your flat nose pliers. So you need your beading thread, and don't be tempted to crimp monofilament or elastic because the crimps will cut through it. So you only use your crimps with your beading thread. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just add on a crimp bead onto my beading thread. So can you see that okay there?
Yeah.
Okay. And now, before I close it, go back through the crimp bead, I'm going to add on a jump ring just so I can fasten a clasp onto this. So if we just imagine it would be for your finished piece. So I've added a jump ring on there. And now what I'm going to do, holding my crimp bead over the top of my thumb, I'm going to go back through the crimp itself. And what I'm going to do is create like a horseshoe shape or a little loop, if you like, of my crimp that's going around my jump ring. So there I've got now something to attach my finding to and then eventually this will be crimped down and I can bead away from it. So the way that I do these is, if I hold it like that, you'll be able to see. Can you see that okay?
I'm just having a little look on our website now if we've got these in. Not sure that we do, but
pliers.
if we have the large toolkit, they should be in there.
So on the actual crimping pliers, you've got two sections on there. You've got a back section and a front section. So the back section's got a little tooth and a groove, and the front section's got two little grooves.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the back section to crimp this down. Now, if you didn't have crimping pliers, all you would do is use your flat nose pliers at this point.
Okay.
So I'm going to pop it into that groove there and give it a squish. Now, when you're crimping, what you're doing is you're crushing that piece of metal to hold these two pieces of beading thread together. So as you can see now, that has crimped that closed. Now, if I was to use my flat nose pliers, that's what it would end up looking like. Okay, so I've just got a flattened piece of metal. Now, because that can be quite scratchy on the back of your neck, we need to cover it up. But if you're using your crimping pliers, what we can do is use the front part of our pliers to just make that into a little more of a rounded bead. So you just give it a little squeeze into the first section there, give it a little squeeze, and it's created more of a bead. Now, before you start and adding your gemstones and adding your crimp cover over the top, give these a real pull just to make sure that that's being crimped down and has crushed each one absolutely fabulously. Okay, so there, I've got my loop, and when you're putting your crimp bead on, do not go too close to the jump ring, because this part here is a weak part.
Yeah.
If you go too close up to your jump ring, it becomes quite static, your piece of jewellery. So always leave a little loop there. Now, taking your crimp cover, which has now just disappeared.
Crimp cover.
Where's it gone?
Whilst you're finding that, I'll just read out this text. It said, "That wall of fame designed by the 9-year-old is fab. Keep up the good work, young man." It's this one we're talking about. Absolutely agree. Congratulations, Michael, for making this. Just wonderful. And thank you to your grandma for sending it in as well. Hi, Fleur and Becky. Can you add a toggle clasp directly onto the beading wire? Sylvia wants to know.
You can do with the toggle with the round section.
Yeah.
You can't with the bar, unless you've got really thin, fine gemstones going to it, because the toggle won't go back through the ring if the gemstones will stop it. So you do need to just make sure that that is that's the case. So you can sort of like pop it in.
Okay.
So what I'm doing now is I'm getting my crimp cover, and I just need to squeeze my crimp bead down inside this. So all your crimp covers are like your little open little beads, so you can see this. It's like a nice little open bead, and you can see, if I just hold my hand there, can you see the crimp is actually sitting inside the little mouth of the Pac-Man thing. Now, I always use my crimping pliers to close my crimp bead up. So all I'm doing is using the very front of my crimping pliers, and I'm just giving it a little squeeze. Now, if you're using sterling silver, you need to do this really gently, because sterling silver is slightly softer than the copper, and it will mark, and you can squash it out of shape. And the idea is to make it a nice round bead. So as you can see there now, you can't see and you can't feel that scratchy crimp underneath.
No.
Okay, so you can see there all the way around that it's nicely closed there. So yeah, if you're going to use a toggle clasp, you can put the round section straight onto here, but I would always use a jump ring, because if you're selling your pieces and somebody doesn't like the toggle clasp, it can be a deal breaker.
Okay.
So you can change it with it.
Thank you very much for saying it, for showing us that. Sandra wants to know, hi, JM, could you confirm if stated jump ring refers to the outside or inside or outer diameter? On the jump rings, please. Thank you, Sandra.
They're all outer diameter.
Outer diameter.
All of our jump rings are outer diameter, but because they're all made on a 1mm wire, you can work out the inner diameter, because you're just going to take 1mm off each side. So take 2mm off each one, and you've got your inner diameter.
Hope that helps you. Okie pokey, everybody. We are heading on over to something very special. It's called a break. I'm going to have some salad in that time. I say salad, it's prawny pasta. I'm going to have some prawny pasta in the break, and then after that we're going to get back and we're going to bring you a very special star buy. The clearance continues after the break and this gorgeous garnet. See you then.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker, Ivy House, Henley Road, Outhill, Studley, B807DU. Get making and good luck.
Join resident designer Sheila for our Bridal Headwear for Beginners DVD. Sheila will guide you through an array of beautiful bridal designs, including a pearl tiara, the star hair comb, a twisted spiral tiara, and much more. This DVD is packed full of inspiration and helpful hints and tips. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Garnets are a very large family of gemstones. This gemstone family can be split into two types. Your first type being your pyrospites, which include your almandine and your pyrope garnets. These are often your red and your brown hues. And again, this family actually contains aluminium within its chemical structure. The second group is your grandites, and these contain the more coloured varieties of garnets, and these are your calcium mineral in the chemical composition. Garnets themselves are actually a very, very well-known gemstone, instantly recognisable for their brown-red hues, and often used throughout history in jewellery pieces as well. They're very hard-wearing, which makes them great for use in jewellery, and again they are January's birthstone as well. And birthstones are always a favourite amongst jewellery makers.
Are you new to jewellery making? Not sure where to start? Not sure what materials you'll need? Then tune into Jewellery Maker between 7 PM and 9 PM throughout January for our Get Started show. We'll guide you through how to get started with step-by-step tutorials. Our talented designers will give you advice, inspiration, and introduce you to new mediums. Start off the new year with a new hobby.
Did you know that no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one postage and packaging fee?
Did you know that the Jewellery Maker phone number is free from a UK landline? Now you can spend those extra pennies on more shopping.
This is your opportunity to get your hands on some of the most massive carat-weighted gems ever of this variety. Ladies and gentlemen, garnet, you've got to get yourself on the phone, because guess what? You're already there. You lot have already bought it. Hey everyone, you alright now? Hey Kent, how's it going? All right there in Kent? What's Wiltshire like today, Elizabeth? You having fun? Hello, Louisiana. Hope the weather is absolutely spandangling for you. Spandangling weather, what is that? No idea. Hello to Greater London, lovely to see you. Somerset's in with us. Hey, few Somerset, nice to see you all today in Somerset. Ladies and gentlemen, this garnet, I need to tell you a few things. One, it's a garnet. Now, that is an important thing to point out though, because garnet is one of those gemstones. It's a status symbol. It's one of those gems that has been used by the types of places you walk past in the high street and you nosy in the window and it doesn't have the price tags next to it. That's the type of place you will find garnets. Garnet, of course, January's birthstone, so perfect for those little last ends of the month birthdays we've got coming up. Such as Kerry's birthday. On the 31st of January, ladies and gentlemen, Kerry will be turning 25. A big one. Quarter of a century. Your price point today on your garnet, which is, by the way, natural. Nobody saw that coming, did they? Absolutely none of you, apart from obviously all the web bidders. But I've got to say, do check it out when you have the opportunity to do so. It is some of the biggest carat weight on garnet I have ever seen. Do you agree with me?
I don't think I've ever seen a 10mm round.
No, probably not, in a garnet.
No, I don't think I've ever seen a garnet that big.
No.
Brilliant. So sparkly.
Oh my, look at those bad boys sparkle. Absolutely agree with you, Amanda.
That's what I was going to say.
Was it?
Yeah, that was because the sparkle of them is amazing.
It is phenomenal, isn't it? Absolutely exceptional. We've got Kathy in, she says, got 3. I justified that because it was my birthday yesterday. What a gorgeous present to myself. Kathy, happy birthday to you. I hope you had a really wonderful day. I love a birthday. I am a birthday fan. Obviously, you know, everyone likes the birthday, but I am a big birthday fan. Doesn't bother me to get older. I like it. I like it. It mixes life up a bit, doesn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, these are almost gone. Happy birthday to you, Kathy. What a great gift to yourself. Okie dokie, I've got to move on. We are in our clearance, ladies and gentlemen. Now, that means I've got jump rings on my table. What do you say about? That means that I've got clearance. Now, this is our final day of clearance. We're not doing this clearance again in the foreseeable future. Basically, what's happening is we are, long story short, we got a delivery in, we got one half of our delivery, pretty much half, on the 4th. Tomorrow, Monday, we're getting the final part of our delivery in. It's the biggest delivery JewelleryMaker has ever made. And we've actually got 7 separate huge deliveries, and I'm talking whole, you know, vans here. 7 individual deliveries tomorrow. Now, we did clearance just before Christmas, and they were extremely popular. We cleared out enough space. We've worked out, though, that actually if we do clearance just this weekend only, we should be able to clear out enough space so we don't have to pay anyone for extra storage. We're doing clearance. You have to be in quick for things like this. I've got just under 60 of these. These are your jump rings. Oh, sorry, 100. I think you said 100, just 60. 160 of these. I've got just under 160 of these. You've got your silver-plated copper open jump rings, 5mm on these ones. We don't get to see them very often at all in that size, but it is a relatively new deal, isn't it? You've got to come and get these if you want. Basically, all I can say to you is if you see something you like, you need to get in on the phone lines. You need to be checking these out. I'm trying to give you a heads up here. I really am. You know, today is not the day to be resting on your laurels. I have got a decent amount of these. Like I said, started with 160. Obviously, I'm nowhere near that now, but I'm trying to give you a heads up here. You have to work with me. I'll work with you. The faster you get in on the phone lines, I'm going to guarantee you a great price. I'm gonna guarantee you a great price. I really, really am. £7.90, no, £6.95 for you today. Everyone pays that same price point, £6.95 on these today. Finger on mouse button, 3, 2, 1, go. Lou, that's how you need to be today. That garnet has actually sold out, but we had a decent quantity of the garnet, didn't we? 250 of the garnet we had, but there were so many people multi-buying, loads of people on the web instantly, weren't they? Loads of people on the telephone as well. You've just got to get your hands on these as quickly as you possibly can, you know. Some days, let's face it, some days we can sort of put something in our basket, can't we? And then 2 or 3 products later, maybe, you know, check out your basket. Today isn't one of those days, I'll be honest with you, it's not. It's our final day of clearance. We're more than likely never going to do a clearance like this again, definitely not in the foreseeable future at the moment. So, well, we're just giving you a bit of a heads up, really. I've still got, I've got about 50, 60 of these ones left. Oh, no, it's not. What can you make with 5mm jump rings? Not many of these left at all.
So you can make your European 4-in-1. So the one down from what we've just done, the one that I did in the first kit. You can do your cross weave, you can do your gents pin linkage, you can do your 2-in-1 and your 1-in-1. You know, your 2 into 1. just link them together into beautiful like little shapes. There's lots of weaves you can do, and if you do get them and you can't remember what I've said, if you just message me, then I can always go through and let you know.
Fab. Those ones are now sold out, just to let you know. Where did you say, Dee? Everything from the 9 o'clock hour now. Okay. Oh, little rays of sunshine. Hey, big rays of sunshine. My quantity on these ones, I'm going to let you know the quantity. If you like them, I'll give you an ish guaranteed price. Those are beautiful lemon quartz, aren't they? Really pretty. They are absolutely mammoth. Look at the brilliance on that. That internal lustre is absolutely epic, isn't it? Let me show you it on the black as well, just so you can see that glow. That's astonishing, isn't it? Quantity on this, looking at, we're just under 30 on this one, just under 30. If you want it, fastest finger first. I'm going to be doing these definitely. Well, you should be priced. It's nowhere near that. Okay, we're going to roll this down. We've got less than 30 now. You've got 4 strands of these. They're absolutely beautiful. Graduated in size from a 5x3 to a 9x4. Your price point today on your quad trouble, £11.95. You are getting 4 strands here for you. If you want these, you know, check it out, as they used to say on Supermarket Sweep. Well done to everybody. I'm going to move on. As soon as we've got about 10 or something left, I will be trying to move on. And then as soon as I move on, the quicker I move on, that means I might still have some left over, but I'm moving on so everyone kind of gets to see as much as they possibly can. So I'm going to move on now. I've got about 10 of those left at £11.95. Okay, everyone, I've got a few more of these ones for you, but again, not a massive amount of opportunity on them. If you want to get your hands on a really gorgeous kind of pale palette of these stunners, then you are in the right place. Let me show you here. I'm going to be bringing these to you, price point wise, under £15 for you today. You have got a beautiful array of your multicoloured quartz, and these are 8 mil. Going to be doing these definitely, and oh, look at that. You ready for this? Your coins, rolling it down. £40.80 reduced to £11.95 for you today on those ones, and that is a very special deal indeed, because I've got to say these aren't like some of the multicoloured ones that we do sometimes that, you know, really almost bubble gum, almost kind of, you know, the kind of sweet colour that if you give it to a child, you know that that child will be kind of bouncing off the walls within 20 minutes. Sometimes we do those kind of colours, don't we? It's not like that. These are kind of like the additive-free kind of colour, aren't they? It is, Ollie's just said, just like when I get shade back from my nans, like that kind of bouncing off the wall. Yeah, like that. Oh, have I just got you in trouble now? I'm joking, it was Kerry. You got a great opportunity here. Okay, everybody, heading towards my last 10 of those, heading towards it. We've got, morning ladies, have you any 9mm jump rings from this morning, please? Few, Diane, of the 9mm sterling silver left. Okay, £4.95, bottom of your screen. Okay, 10 of those ones left. I'm bringing you some more treats now. This is a really quirky one, and I love that we're not just doing strands in this clearance. It's nice to be able to bring you some different bits. For all of you lovely resin lovers, this is a big, wonderful opportunity for you. This is your colour paste that we have here. Now this, you only need to use a tiny amount of, and with this you mix it in with your resin, and you can take it from a very delicate colour, very delicate, very pale indeed, almost a whisper of colour, or you can really go for it and get a real nice bright vibrant pop of this if you so wish. So you're getting a massive amount of these ones. You're getting 30 grams in each. You're getting a packet of 3. Your price point today, ladies and gentlemen, I've now got 30 of these. Your price point on these ones today, £23.85. Someone call Fiona Potter, because she's going to want to get these. Better than staff cost for us all. You ready for this? By the way, that price was not your low price. That price originally was not your RRP, by the way. It should have been more than that. £7.95, so better than staff cost. And yes, you are getting 3 of these, and they are going to last and last and last and last. Yeah, if you want to get them, you've just got to get them in your baskets and check out. If you work with your resin, then you're obviously going to know exactly how to use these already. It's just a great way to top up, because we've been seeing kind of resin sporadically, really, haven't we? But it's quite hard to buy in and in right proportions and everything. So please do feel free to get your hands on these whilst you can. And if you've never tried resin before, don't forget, we do have workshops, we do have you know, YouTube videos available for you. All you have to do is go onto YouTube, JewelleryMaker YouTube. So go onto, I just go onto a search engine and type in JewelleryMaker YouTube. Click on it. You'll see at the top bar there'll be a playlist section. If you click on playlists, you're likely to see Fiona Potter on there. More than likely she'll be doing resin in a few of those videos, so feel free to have a little look on those ones. And you know, it is a lot of our guest designers are multifaceted and multi-talented, but you know, like if you wanted to see chainmail, you might go on Fleur's playlist. If you wanted to see polymer clay, you might want to go on to the likes of Debbie Bulford. Wirework, you might want to go on to spellbinding. So lots of different of our different designers do have a number of mediums they can work in, but obviously do feel free to have a little look on there if you want a little bit of step-by-step tuition. Okay, everybody.
Do you know I've got a resin workshop in February, and if you want to do resin, then this would be amazing. I've got I worked with resin for about 10 years. That's what my main business is doing, memory jewellery. So yeah. But yeah, I've got, and this is perfect for colouring your resin. And you can use it in both resins that you do as well.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've got 10 of those left now. I've got to move on. Well done to you all. That's ridiculous. That is silly. £5.95. Okay, everybody, moving on to... What's next? What's next? We've got the round, non-faceted crackle quartz. Sorry, Dion's like, hang on, what's next? Just go down the numbers. I'll just go down the numbers, shall I? I've got for you here these beautiful crackle quartz details. They're really stunning. I love about them that they've had that heat applied to them. It's changed the internal texture of these. They've then been cooled down so that they go back to kind of the strength they originally were. That means they're workable, they're usable, but actually they've got a real funky internal detail. They've got a really interesting look. I'll show you them on the black actually. You'll be able to see that detail even better. You see how you get this almost like, it's almost like a snow globe of effect in here. I've now got 30. I'm rolling the price down. You ready for this? Your price point today on your triple, these are 12mm and they're £6.95. That is an absolute treat and a half. If you want these, they're working out about £2.32-ish each, aren't they? It's hardly anything. Get them ones whilst you can. Okay, I'm moving on. 10 of those ones left. I'm going to go to box number 9, in which I've got some snowflake obsidian. Now, this snowflake obsidian in these kind of oval shapes is phenomenal. If you love kind of the history, the tale, the folklore behind a gem, then this is a really, really good one. I love how every single piece is going to give you a completely and absolutely different look. The snowflake obsidian, very much like a snowflake, every single one is individual, every single one is unique, and you get this beautiful patterning upon there. I've got 30 of these ones for you, so if you want these, by the way, they're totally natural, you know, that kind of gorgeous detail. That's due to volcanic action and due to kind of ash settling and everything else. I've now got 30 left, so I will drop that price for you. You ready, everybody? Your price for it today? You're getting 4 strands, I want to state. Honestly, though, they're all in there. 4 strands you're getting of this, and it's £7.95. That price point is absolutely sensational for all of these, especially for the shape of them.
Yeah, and really lovely to work with as well. I bet Laura would be able to do a beautiful centre of a pendant for this and then do all the wire work around it, and it would really showcase just that one gemstone.
Really would, really would. Okay, everybody, you've got to check out those baskets for me, ladies and gentlemen. I've got about 10 of those ones left. I'm moving on. Bringing you some drops now. Oh, an aventurine dream you can have with these, because they are very, very pretty. They're just, the colour of them is just pure. It's clean, it's crisp. Oh, accidental R-roll. I do that quite often. Anyone else? It is super... Do you do that, Kerry? No accidental R-roll? No? Fleur, do you?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, good. Yeah, real nice green aventurine. A real crisp finish with these ones that you're getting. 4 strands. We've got 30 now, so we're dropping the price. You ready for this? Should be almost £20, is £7.95 for you now on those ones. Again, you know, if you see something you like the look of, instantly, I would just say, even if we've not brought the graphics in yet, you know, I'll give you a heads up, like I've got some, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a sneaky peek of what I've got coming up next. if you like the look of what you're getting, do just feel free to get yourself on that phone line and just wait until you've got your pieces up and you can actually use it and get it. Okay, not many of those was left. I know I've just shown you that what's coming up next, but it's not now. Go on, what is? Wire, the wire. What type of wire? Gold colour copper wire, copper colour wire. Oh, I've not seen this one before. Patterned. Love this. Sorry, ignore that selection of strands I've just shown you. You know the theme, the rhythm we got into of just to do all the boxes. Nah, you know Dion, she likes to play against the rules. I've got here for you your gold-coloured patterned wire. Really stunning look to this. I've not seen this one before. What a really wonderful colour. Not OTT, not totally brash. Would go amazing with the likes of the green apatite I had for you earlier on, wouldn't it? Astonishingly well. And actually goes really nicely with things like the sapphire too, doesn't it? So I've got for you 10 metres worth here. It's your 0.8 patterned wire. You're ready for this? Your price point today. £21.95 for you today, but not right here, not right now. You ready for this? It's the lowest we could possibly go to. £14.95 for you today on that one. Low price there on something personally I've not seen before. Really gorgeous golden colour there. Not over the top. Lou, you bang on. Absolutely vintage. Totally vintage, isn't it?
Very much. And with the adventuring that we've just done, could do a real 1920s style connected necklace with that. Really
Love the idea. Okay, everybody, checking out those baskets for us when we have the opportunity to do so. It's so nice to see you all. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful, wonderful day. How's your weekend been? Have you had a nice one? Have you had a good weekend? Have you had a nice weekend, Kerry? Yeah. Done anything exciting? No. Cool. Ollie, you had a nice weekend? Done anything exciting? He was out last night. Saturday night, rude not to it. On a school night, what you like? Dee, you having a nice weekend? At work, yeah. She was at work, so yeah, of course. Cass? Is what she just did then. Cass, are you having a nice weekend?
Yeah, but I haven't really done much, but I've got a lot going on in the next couple of days.
She's saying, yeah, but I haven't had much going on, but I've got a lot going on in the next few days. Because you're a very busy bee this week, aren't you, lovely lady? She's planning a romantic getaway, ladies and gentlemen. A romantic getaway. I know, yeah. She's probably on the internet now, like, right, where are we going? Well done to every single one of you. I hope you've had a really nice weekend. I, by the way, forgot to tell you, last night, before doing my colouring in, because I know you were saying that my life's really rock and roll. Well, this is quite rock and roll. I taught myself how to knit last night. Gary's just gone, ooh, it's quite cool that, I think, isn't it? No? I think that's quite cool. Yeah, popped down the shops, got myself some knitting needles.
How much stuff do you bring down with you?
What?
Do you bring a suitcase of clothes, a suitcase of shoes and a suitcase of craft?
Do you know what? I'll be completely honest. I couldn't actually close my suitcase today because all of like my yarn's all caught up in it. So I've just got sort of 3 other bags. That and obviously all the really, really small shampoos I've stolen from the hotel. I've loaded you in for this. Well done. This stunner is coming up for you. 5 minutes. That's it. This is your 5-minute warning, and it'll go really nicely with lots of different colours actually that we've had on today, wasn't it? Real pretty. Text massaging. Hello, hi, ladies. Having to watch you in the bedroom as the rain is too loud on other window. Love the designs, and I think I'm ready for chain mail. It's absolutely tipping it down where you are in John O'Groats. Of course, it's been horrendous weather, so many different places. Stay safe. I hope you're okay, and good that you're getting into chainmail.
Yeah.
She's ready, right?
That's it. Take the plunge, buy some jump rings, 2 pairs of pliers. That's all you need.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Hello, Shazza. Dion, my lovely. Do you have any red and blue wire, different gauges? Pretty please. Haven't got any in the show today. Sorry, Shazza. Dion said, really... Dion said, well, you know what it's like, don't you, Shazza? You know what it's like. We can't... Wire's like, you know, at the moment, isn't it? It's like, you know. That's exactly what she said. Fingers crossed that we'll get some in our order. Fingers crossed. Well done, everybody who got your hands on that wire. Now, speaking of wire, I'm going to bring you some more wire tools now. And this is your wire twisting tool. What do you like about the wire twisting tool, Fleur?
I love twisting all the different colours together to create a really nice effect. I don't use it very often because I don't use it too much in my designs, but I have always got it with me, and it's great for your 0.6 wires because you can create, like, put 2 or 3 together and create more of a structure. Love it.
You know about clearance?
Can't clear that. That's a really popular
But
tool.
the thing is, tools, yeah, tools. We can't do clearance on tools because it's tools. Dion's just gone, who said you can't? I am not arguing. £3.95 for you on this one. That is absolutely silly, silly, silly.
For £3.95, you twist all... When I first got mine, I twisted about 200 metres of wire because I just loved it, the effects. And I had loads of twisted wire then I had left over that I had to make into something. But no, it's fabulous. Because it's really addictive because you just attach it and you just twist away.
Ollie wants to know if you've got a twisted wire fence in your garden at home.
But that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
So if Mark's
a trellis.
watching, yeah, I could do a trellis of
trellis.
it all. To put all the little plants going up.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, no, if my Mark's watching, then yeah. It's all in the workshop, in the corner, in a box, because I twisted loads of it.
That's brilliant. Hair. Can you not twist hair with this?
No, don't put your hair through it.
Well, no. Yeah, but what I mean is... Well, no, but you're but. What I mean is, there's an advert at the moment which is a tool just like this. And what they do is they get, for the hair, they don't use the hair, but for the hair, they get these cords and they twist them and then they clip them into the hair. So it's like, you know those things you get on holiday?
Yeah.
Looks a bit like those.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Could you do that with, like, cords?
I bet you could do cords, but the only
That's what I mean. Can you use it with cords is what I mean.
What you would have to do is just sew the ends before you took it off. So sew it together. You know, like Prue sews the ends of her Kumihimo before she cuts it off or glues it together. Yeah, I bet you could. Yeah, I don't see any reason why not.
Right, now you guys are just taking this out of proportion. I'm not saying sit behind someone on the train and just casually attach their hair to this tool. That is not what I'm saying.
And then charge them for the lovely effect that you've just created. That'll be
Excuse me,
£5.
that's £4. Hello, Anne. Hi, Becky and Fleur. I've just started extreme knitting, where you knit with 14 strands of yarn. Very quickly made a rug, and that is Anne beating Buddy. Oh my gosh, I can only handle 1 strand at the moment, and I'll be honest, even that's escaping me a bit.
I think, is that when you have those great big knitting needles that look like your sweeping brush size? I think they're those ones. I've seen them on the telly. That's extreme knitting.
That is absolutely astonishing. That really, really, really is. I love that. Thank you very much, Anne, you lovely budding beater. And, by the way, can I just say, Happy New Year! Okay, moving on. You're crying out for jump rings now, apparently. We've not got a massive amount of these ones. You can tell us all about these ones, though. Oh, they are so beautiful. The colouring. Ooh. Take a look at these. What do you think? Oh, they're lush. Lush, lush, lush. Now, what we've got here, of course, is your jump rings, and they're in that really lovely kind of rose gold colour. There are 7mm, and just to let you know, sorry, I did say rose gold colour, but I don't mean that. They are plated. I haven't got that many of these ones. Your price point today, rolling down. Rolling down to Bargain Town. £8.95.
It's a brilliant price. Brilliant. They're the same size that I used to do the European 6-in-1 for the bracelet. So if you like that weave that we've just done, you can do it in the rose gold as well. 50 actual pieces creates quite a section of, say, a European 4-in-1 or a half Persian 3-in-1. So you would create quite a nice section of bracelet. I would double buy those.
I love that. Yeah, double buy it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well done to every single one of you. Got a few of those ones left. £8.95 there. Oh, key pokey. Okay, more treats and deals for you, such as these larger jump rings. These would go too well with that first kit.
Yeah.
You know, the one where we use the leather and we've kind of woven in and out. These, perfect if you want to do it in a different colour, aren't they?
Yeah.
They are stunning. Rose gold plated twisted wire jump ring that we've got here for you. These are 18mm that we've got. Big amount of those. You've got 20 pieces of these in total, and they are phenomenal twisted design. Super duper sturdy, very strong. They are a closed jump ring, so they're great for making the likes of your chains. £6.95 for you today on those ones. Roll those down. I mean, that is a great price for the amount you get, but in particular with the texture and the work that you've got on these already is sensational. And they're going to go great with so many of your different gemstones, such as the garnet we had on earlier, such as that absolutely ridiculous I really want one zircon we had on earlier, and including the likes of my Star Buy. This is absolutely beautiful. It really is. I'm laughing because Kerry just said to me in the break, for no reason, I'll be honest, there was no reason for it. You do say weird things sometimes.
That's not what I said.
What did you say then? No, and then you went, and you make strange noises.
I said, you're funny when you talk.
You're funny when you talk. You're funny when you talk. That's worse, if anything, than what I said, Kerry. That's not even a backhanded compliment. That's just you're funny when you talk. And you make weird noises. And then she could see my face just sort of went, well, not all the time. Let's talk about this emerald, shall we, Kerry? My team are amazing. And obviously there's Kerry here as well. Hey, Jake, can I adore you, Kerry? I've got here for you a sensational strand of your emerald. And it is sensational, isn't it? Because look, you see how we've got all those different colours? Now, how do you achieve different colours on an emerald? Well, you can heat it, can't you? That can help with a change in colour. That's one thing you can do. You can irradiate, can't you? Of course, if you want to. Irradiate basically means that irradiation is a form of treatment used many times on gemstones, and essentially it's getting it and shooting it with gamma rays, which sounds very kind of dystopian future. Wow, but it's you shoot it with gamma rays, and it actually can become quite dangerous, and so you have to lock it away for a number of months, so it can't come into contact with any humans until that kind of radiation loses it, and then it's absolutely fine to be worn. So that's done a lot to the likes of an emerald. You can actually fill an emerald with coloured glass if you want to, and that can have an impact on kind of the colour. All of these things take place. All of these things take place. And don't think these treatments only take place in kind of the shady underbelly of the jewellery world. It's not like that at all. These take... Okay, Kerry, yes, I see what you mean, pal.
No, I was going to say.
Okay, pal, yes. All right, Kerry, I understand what you... It just clicked to me then. I heard it. And yes, I understood. Okay, yes. But no, it does. It doesn't just happen in kind of the lesser shops and stores, these treatments at all. In fact, a mammoth amount of emerald creators who work with emerald in those big name stores, the very well-known ones, will actually treat them. In fact, it's estimated that around about 95% of all emerald on the market, whether that be the high street, boutique stores, catalogue shops, around 95% will be treated in one form or another. Now, it's fine to have a treatment because you can get the look you want. The only thing with the treatment is that actually it will bring down the price of an emerald, generally. It will bring down the prestige of it, many would say. And what I mean by that is if you at trade prices wanted to buy a batch of treated emeralds, you absolutely could, but you will be paying around about 50% more if you wanted to get a natural. I have got a natural strand of emerald here for you. Yes, even though I've got that graduation of colour, the reason I've got that is just because Mother Nature doesn't just create one type, tone, saturation of emerald. She doesn't. She does a big array. She changes it. It's loads of different things that will change it. It's to do with, you know, the amount of, oh, where's this one from? This one's from Africa. It'll be to do with kind of the amount of chrome that she's put in there, or the amount of vanillum that she puts in there. It will be to do with the kind of heat and temperature and pressure that she's keeping it at that will change kind of these colours. It will be about kind of the amount of jardins that are naturally within there. And actually the reason that we've got that look is purely because we're picking them out individually and we're stranding them in that way. I've got some big pieces here for you. 19 carats worth. £14.95 for this sensational emerald. Ladies and gentlemen, the fact that you've got all of those colours naturally occurring takes a lot of work and effort. The fact that you've got those colours that have been individually picked out actually could make your life easier if you wanted to kind of do a graduated design. And also, the fact that you've got all of these beautiful different colours on there means that you can have something for every taste. You know, not everybody wants the really deepest, darkest, richest greens in an emerald. Some of you will want more of a spring-like tone, and actually you can actually do that. You can have almost your autumnal greens all the way to kind of your spring summer greens, haven't you? You've got that variation in there. And don't forget for me here too, then actually what you've got is you've got a very sturdy gemstone here. The density of without getting too sort of complex, I suppose, but essentially to do with the structure of this, the density of an emerald is much more of that than the likes of a diamond. And what that means is you can get more substantial feel, weight, pieces, therefore inherent value of emerald than you ever could a diamond. So even the feel of this is going to be absolutely exceptional. It truly is. It's going to be phenomenal. Now, it's totally and absolutely natural. You can see all of those names on your screen. One thing I would say is those names that are just buzzing on your screen now, it doesn't actually tell you how many they're buying. And I can tell you that one of those people on that list now is buying 2 of these, but previous buyers have definitely been buying 2 as well. Names close to going off on the screen, and with the amount there are in baskets, big amount of you there. But truly, this gemstone at that price, what do you think?
I think for me, this would be the colour shading that I would go for this gemstone over this strand over another strand, because I love the different colours within there. At that price, to be able to get emerald in your collection, for me, it's a no-brainer. For me, I would definitely, to have all those different colours of emeralds, just beautiful.
I had a text him. Who's this off of? Hey up, woo, text. I don't speak jumbled. Hi all, at JewelleryMaker. I am totally addicted. The deals and you are fab. Can't stop buying. Haven't told hubby, Liam, how much I have spent. OMG, and that is from Raj in Southend. I'm going to tell Liam nothing, okay? This is completely between, you know, myself and yourself. And don't say what you spent, say what you saved. Because that sounds amazing, the amount you save, but also on our clearance deals, you know, the deals where we've been taking off like £20 and actually the strands only cost you £9, you're saving more money than you spent. Start to tally. That's my tip. That's my little bit of advice. That was another rock and roll tip, wasn't it, Kerry? Oh, gosh. Gosh, start to tally. Kerry's literally giving me like sympathy eyes now, like, oh, petal. Now, your names have got off my screen. It's lovely to see every single one of you. Really nice. £14.95 on these ones today. Now, I've got for you a few quick more deals, and I'm going to go back to the clearance boxes. And over here, where are we starting off at 11? we're back on course. I have got for you now these ones I showed you earlier on. Really rich, deep, almost a fire opal colouring to them. Obviously they're not fire opal, but almost a rich, deep kind of fire opal colouring to these, aren't they? Very much similar to the American fire opal actually that we've got here, isn't it? It's more of that kind of colouring. So what I've got here is your quartz, and this has been dyed orange. The lovely thing about this colouring is it is bright, it is bold, it is breezy. If you wanted to make a whole piece of this, then you could, but you don't have to. You can do something very, very simple. Do you know what it reminds me of? You know the nail varnish in summer of 2015? This was all the rage, wasn't it? That bright, 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 zesty oranges, those lemon colours as well, really big in fashion. I know that it was one of Ollie's favourite trends. You've got here your orange quartz at £7.95. Ollie just went, I loved it so much, it made me wish I had more fingers. Love you. Lou says, they look juicy and edible.
They do, I love them. Some nice wooden beads. If you've still got any of the wooden beads on the website, some nice beautiful wooden beads between them.
That's a nice idea. That's a really lovely idea.
I like that.
Loads of you treating yourself to these ones. I've got a decent enough amount of them, but not anymore, so do be quick. 12. I love these ones. Oh, I love these ones.
Oh, they're nice.
Oh, they're so nice. They're really lovely, aren't they? I love the colour of these. They're like Mother Nature. Look, you've got like, they're like, I don't know, it's just a Mother Nature strand, isn't it? I've got forestry greens, I've got grass greens, I've got sunshine yellows in there, I've got autumnal browns. I love this strand. And you don't just get one, you're getting 4. I've got less than 30 now, so I'm going to drop the price. You ready for this? £19.80 for it. I love these.
They're like every variety of apple in the supermarket.
Yes. Wow, you are spoiling us and I love it. Thanks, that's from Mary. No problem, Mary. £7.95. I would be 100% and actually very, very happily would be paying that price for 2 of these strands. Easily. I love them. Congratulations, everyone. Right, I've got a few more to fit in. Excuse me, this isn't in clearance, is it? Microfaceted gemstone. Have we made a mistake? Oh, look at that. Have we made a mistake here? This is in clearance. 4 strands here. Your price point today is rolling down now. When we've done microfaceted strands of the likes of your amethyst, your garnet, etc., start price £17.95 or £19.95 per one. That's amazing. You get loads of them, by the way. Look at all them. Okay then, I'm moving on to, oh, where's the boxes? Oh, they've begun again over here. Michael Finnegan, begin again, as they say. I've got for you here your rounds of your quartz. 4 strands of these ones again, 9mm on those ones. Let me get all 4 out for you. They go really, really nicely with those, what are we all laughing at here, guys?
You just said you're not helping yourself.
I'm not helping myself. What
Michael Finnegan, begin again.
Yeah.
Kerry can't even remember supermarket sweep. She's not good.
Yeah, Michael Finnegan. There was an old man called Michael Finnegan. He grew whiskers on his chinnagan. This one. You haven't got a clue what I'm on about. Well,
Kerry's like in a different universe. She's like in a parallel world behind the camera.
Oh, I'll sing it to you later. It's a really good song. I don't want to ruin it, but it ends with Michael Finnegan, begin again, and then you start again. I think you meant to say begin again, but I don't. It's just begin again, isn't it? £7.95 for you today. Right, Fleur. Honestly, you two. You two are peculiar. Exactly, they're peculiar. I agree with you, Dion. Right, we're getting onto your cords now. You've got here a quadruple trouble of your cords. These are in your gold, white and your black. Now these, although it looks like I've already got them all here, I've absolutely not. Look at the amount. Got a massive amount here, haven't you? Now these have got a real nice design. They almost look plaited. They are braided though, in a sense. Really lovely the way they kind of fold over each other. In fact, is that a plait? That is a plait, isn't it? Is that what a plait looks like? So you've got a plait on these ones. Now I've got to envisage it then. I don't know, I've got to envisage a plait. So 8mm on these ones. Really long length on them though, as you can see. You've got about, probably about 80 centimetres, sorry, on each. £4, that means £1 on £1 for each of these lengths. And the great thing is, you know, headband, belt, anklet, bracelet. Ooh, a nice
strap.
little...
Yeah,
Pardon?
handbag straps.
Handbag straps. Didn't know what you said then. I thought you were talking about the straps of an over-the-shoulder boulder holder. £1 each on those ones today for you. Now there's loads of you coming in and getting these, which is lovely to see. Just to let you know, I've got an okay quantity of these. As soon as I've got about 15 left, I will move on for you, because I do have a few more things I want to fit in, so I will start to move off these a little bit earlier if you want me to. £1 off each. I will move on now. I have still got some of those ones left though. Whoa, oh, these are lovely. These ones will go really nice with that zircon we had earlier. It's almost like graphic quartz. Really pretty indeed. I adore these ones. I really like them in the flesh. Don't get me wrong, I think they look nice on screen, but actually when you see them in the flesh, it's really interesting, because you get these bits where there's like, it looks like colour, and then you turn it and all of a sudden it goes clear. And that's because it's not like just on the surface, it's happening in the gemstone. It's really, really exciting. £51.80 these should have been. How much is that per strand, please? Do you mind me asking? Can you get your calculator out? How much is that per strand? Is it £11.95-ish or more actually?
That.
Isn't it more,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Like £13, £12.95.
£12.95, yeah, £12.95. So these are £12.95 each I've got here, which means that your price point before was £51.95. At £12.95, I actually think these are sensational. I would say to you, if you've never had a strand of quartz like this, get your hands in it whilst you can, because I've not seen it of late. Buy one, get 3 for free. That is an astonishing price point.
It is.
That is ridiculous for the amount you're getting here, for the beauty of it.
They're really beautiful. I've never seen those before. They are just stunning. I love the colours.
For the original price, Ollie's just said you could get 4 lots, i.e. 16 strands of this at the original price if you got this now. That is astonishing, isn't it? Absolutely flabbergasting. Buy one, get 3 for free. That is something you don't get to see often at all, isn't it? Honestly, this clearance is just astonishing. I love them strands. Really do. Where are we going to now? The Findings Pack. Sterling Silver. Jinx. Please carry on talking, Dion, please. Dion! Am I allowed to say your second name? 3 names. You've got a middle name. well, you're going to be quiet for a very long time. Anyone know Dion's middle name? Nope. Tina. Tina. Is that your middle name? Tina. Tina. Can't see that.
See it.
Tina. Times. 3 times. 3 times. Dion. I've never heard that before. I thought you had a full-on name. Apparently you had a full-on name.
No, you've lost me
Jinx,
now.
you have to say it 3 times, do you? I thought the times bit was like Tina. I thought your middle name was Tina. You do not strike me as a Tina. Anyway, if you've got a lot of friends that don't speak to you, have you tried to say their name 3 times? Because they might just be Jinx. I've got for you your 925 sterling silver selection. On what other channel would you see someone jinxing someone else? Could you imagine on This Morning? Holly Willoughby jinxing Philip Schofield and him going, So funny. Oh, it was just ridiculous. I've got loads of treats here for you, such as 10 of the crimps. 10 crimp bead covers. You're getting 3 of the jump rings. You're getting the 15 head pins as well. And you're even getting the likes of these beautiful chains. And of course, the obstacle cast. You do get more in there as well. And you get the bag too, which is always a little handy thing to have, isn't it?
It is, because if you make a nice piece of jewellery, you can give it away in the bag, and it's got the little tag.
And it doesn't say on it, Jewellery Maker, here's our number, ring us. It's not all branded. It's beautiful, really beautiful. Well done to all of you who want to get your hands on this. On my desk, what, Pepe? Jump ring maker. Jump ring maker. Now, what do we love about the jump ring maker, Fleur?
Is this the oval one?
I don't know, which one do you want me to do? No, we're just going to do the rounds.
Okay, so if you are into making your own jump rings and you want to have a go at making your own, then this is what you need. This is a perfect tool for helping you to make your jump rings. Now, we don't do jump rings in these larger sizes, so if you do want larger size jump rings, like what I demo with, you can make your own with any of your coloured wires. And with the larger sizes, you can go up into your larger gauges as well, very easily, so your 1.25, your 1.5 and your 2mm aluminium wire as well.
So super duper durable.
Yeah. Yeah, and
there we are, I've set up the tool, by the way. Sorry, in that time. I've opened the whole packaging and I've set up the tool. So easy to work with, so easy to do. You essentially just guide your wire around with the twist. $7.95 for this. You get the sizes to make an internal diameter of 10mm, 12mm, 14mm, 16mm. So like you say, you know, great for making your own larger ones if you're going to maybe be doing the likes of classes.
Yeah, yeah. If you want to teach some classes, then you know you need your larger jump rings, to help people to learn the weaves and to help you show the weave as well. So yeah, perfect for that.
So do comment in and get your hands on these ones whilst you have the opportunity to do so. Great price point there. And you know, you can make your own jump rings in loads of different colours, different textures and everything else. Hey Wendy, Wendy says, hi Fleur and Becky, loving the entertainment today. Oh, and the deals. Becky, you're as mad as a hatter. Love Welsh Wendy. Right, Kerry, don't be standing there going, I told you. I said that. As mad as a hatter. I love that saying.
Do you know why hatters are mad?
Because of the Mad Hatter.
Do you know why people who make hats were said to go crazy like the Mad Hatter?
Because, at a guess, it gets really annoying. I don't know.
Because they used to use mercury when they made hats, and when they were smelling it, it made them crazy.
See, I would not have guessed that. I don't think any of us would we? That is interesting. Yeah. Mad as a hatter.
And Johnny Depp said it, so it's got to be true.
Johnny Depp. Yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it? Can we all stop reminding me of that, please? The other day, Fleur, I accidentally forgot the word school. Easy mistake to make.
Yeah, it happens to me quite a lot.
Easy mistake when you forget the word school.
Yeah.
So, okay, I said learning town.
Yeah, yeah.
So now, I've just had him here with your educational lesson about Mercury hats.
You've gone to Learning Town.
Oh, it's good to go to Learning Town. Come on down to Learning Town. I love that cast. $7.95 on this for you today, your jump ring maker. These are the more delicate ones. It's used exactly the same way that I showed you earlier. It's 4, 6, 7, 8 that we've got here for you. £7.95 on the jump ring maker.
I do want a line dance now.
I know.
Yeah.
$7.95 for you today, everyone. Just to let you know, if you all wanted to check out your baskets, you've still got the opportunity to get these because I've got a decent quantity of these ones for you. So, you know, no sort of elbows at dawn on these ones. And then, is that all for now? No, last one, sorry. You did... What? Oval. The oval ones we are going to do for you now. And the oval ones come on this. Now, it's exactly the same tool to be used in exactly the same way. And actually, if you've got this one, you prefer the bigger handle, the bigger base, you can actually use these sizes that I've done previously for you in this, if that makes sense. So, like, these heads, you can pop in there. Should be that price, but it's not today. I'll show you the ovals. There you go. Oval ones, nice shapes. You've got a smaller one, too. £7.95 for you today is your actual price on these ones. You get the different sets of your ovals, which are great to be used, like we discussed actually earlier with the unusual shape jump rings. You know, great to be using those designs as links as well, really simply if you want to. Very easy to use, and at £7.95, an absolute bargain. Becky, love you. Not as much as Dion though. Oh Dion, you do love me loads, don't you? Thank you, Fleur, for today. It's been lovely to have you. You're sticking on, aren't you?
I'm staying around.
But to say, we're going to say goodbye to all the free viewers now.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
So when are you next on for all the free viewers?
Wednesday evening.
Wednesday, okie pokey. We will see you then. But do stay tuned, because after the break, clearance continues. Me and Fleur, my little Mad Hatter, her obviously, we'll be back with you after this break. If you're going on free, if you have a nice evening. If not, stay tuned.